How is everything?
Everything's good.
That's
I
good.
wasn't sure if we were having D&D tonight, actually.
Oh,
Well, I know that Jacob's doing a shoot somewhere in St. Louis today, and I don't know if he's going to make it back in time.
he did say he might be running behind. Yes,
Okay.
and also if he isn't able to make it, we can work around that.
Okay. I have been editing things all day.
Nice.
Hello.
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 Hoi, hoi, hoi.
I think that's good. Yeah. All right. Exit out all the things I don't need. You hear that, Andrew? I'm exiting out of all the things I don't need.
I'm sorry, I completely missed what you were saying.
What? You can't hear the translation?
What?
I don't know if you actually can hear me or not.
Oh, I server muted you.
Uh huh. I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did. People.
Star, depending on what happens during the part I have for you ready, I
Mm-hmm.
might have homework.
Homework. Oh, well, I mean, I'm cool with homework. I just never expected that word. Like, this is not what I expect. I'm good at homework. If it's stuff I can do.
It's easy.
I like that. That is not bad. It is good. I like homework that involves research or whatever. I don't know what it involves, but it's gonna be fun either way.
Okay.
Yeah, rabbit holes. That's what I said.
Of course, my brother would send us a pattern that makes my brain whirl.
Oh, oh my god! I have so many gifts. I love gifts.
I do too. I
Uh,
find them fun.
a fractal cube.
Yup. Is it a tesseract? A cubed that has been cubed?
Wait, I
No,
didn't
I
realize.
would not call it that.
Wait, so what are the cubes? I'm confused now. I didn't even realize when Sarah mentioned cube. I was like, what?
They found it on Ivyar's body after they killed him.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
I heard the mention of a cube, but I wasn't sure.
I was confused by that as well.
And then Echo kind of bricked it.
Mm,
Okay, that makes sense.
I read a I read a book about tesseracts a while back.
Mm.
What are those?
So it's basically the theory of the fourth dimension. How you take a cube and what would come after a cube, right?
It's
Like how would you?
superimposed in every direction.
Yep.
Oh,
And so they call it a tesseract because supposedly it would lead you to a bridge in another dimension or some. You ever watch A Wrinkle in Time?
I
The book.
haven't. I haven't watched
Good
already.
book. It's a
I'm
good it's a
I'm a
good
sad person.
it's okay. And what's cool about those movies is the old ones and the new ones are pretty decent. The new one is great because of the graphics, but the old one, the storyline is spectacular. And then
I remember
I like the
actually.
movie so much, I actually read all 4 books.
I remember that movie came on TV once, and it was just like, because we don't have like cable or any of that, so we just have
Mm,
antenna, and it was whatever that comes on, and they never tell us the name of the movie.
ah,
It's just the TV on. I knew in the very end that it was Wrinkle in Time because of it was just very similar to like what I saw that was being advertised for the Disney one. So I was like, oh, that looks so familiar.
that must have been the older version. I love the ladies that played in the original version. They were all good. Oprah and all of them were good too. Don't get me wrong, but those original ladies, like considering they didn't have the graphics and all the stuff going, they made that story good.
So it's a cube theory.
Hmm.
You got a cube, and you can see other cubes.
Yeah.
Hello, Sarah.
Hey,
Hey.
This one.
Yeah, the last one that Sarah put in is the reference that I've actually used for it. And I've 3D printed the cube before, and I used a model of one of the Argus cubes from the movie.
Oh,
So that is pretty close to it,
so
Hmm.
it's like
though a bit more static.
so it's the theory that when you look at the cube, there's other cubes.
Yep.
Yep, something like that.
Well, the cube that goes into another cube is a fractal. A cube that is superimposed to show a presence in a higher level of existence is a tesseract. The cubes are
Yeah.
not tesseracts.
cubes are people.
Cubes are people too. That's funny.
It's also true.
Mm.
I cubed so many people in Harbingers
You did. Yeah.
because I specifically remember like doing a mass culling of our prison field so I could amass power in my fragment diviner.
Yep. And you know, that thing was powerful and broken, and yeah,
My favorite magic items.
yes.
I
For every cube I absorbed, I gained a +1 to my attack and damage. By the end, I couldn't miss.
ooh, wow,
Mhm.
wow.
Hmm.
And I did like 20 damage base.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
It was also 4E, so there's some slight differences in the math, but it mostly translates. Okay, and yes, Jacob said he was running behind, so I believe we have everybody here.
Yay!
All right. So, when last we left our heroes, Kara and Zagra traveled south to Severin, the city of Irons, to collect a spell scroll, or at least attempt to. They were able to find it and return safely. Meanwhile, Zace returned from their hunting journey, had a rather involved vision, and then moved alongside the Io tribe to a northernmost outpost within their territory. And so with Zace, we will pick up. Zace. The tribe has set down their gear and has basically broken camp establishing themselves at this northernmost. I don't want to keep using the word camp, but it is northernmost settlement. There, that's better. What sort of things are you doing? Are you looking out for in this time?
I am wondering, like, who's keeping an eye on the blight? Because I'm worried about that, especially since we're more northern. It's fall, but it's still like its presence is still worrying.
Oh.
Who do you go to ask about or to check in about that?
The people who were on the trip last time.
Okay. They will respond that they really only encounter the blight if they go further to the northwest. It seems to be encroaching further and further, but it doesn't necessarily. Speed doesn't seem to be its forte.
Mm-hmm.
It seems to just kind of be progressing, and so if it is radiating outward from a single point, for every increase in its size, the area is increasing by a factor of, I believe it would be 2. But basically, the larger the area gets, the longer it's going to take. So it's going to eventually cap out at, or at least start to slow, unless they establish a second point for it to begin spreading.
I wonder if there's the any signs of like the creatures near those areas acting different, like the wildlife is.
Go ahead and roll me your choice of charisma skill.
Oh boy, where's my real dice? I still don't have those. I have to use owlbear that hates me. Any charisma skill? Is that
Any charisma skill of your choice. Just let me know what it is and what you roll.
I have 0 on all of them, I think. I'm checking it right now. Not a single plus on anything charisma based. Yippee! Let's see which one makes most sense. I don't know which one makes. I guess just a presence.
Sure.
Is that charisma? Yeah, that's charisma.
Yeah.
I have a +0 on that, so let's just roll a d20 on my least favorite thing. Oh, bear that hates me. I told you it hates me. It hates me so much.
You need to find your physical dice.
They're in some box somewhere.
Owlbear's being mean to this campaign.
Unpack.
No, it's not just this campaign. It is even yesterday in.
It was bad in. It was bad in Gears too.
Oh
It
boy.
hates me. It hates me. So I got a 1 with no pluses, so it's complete failure.
They aren't able to give like a full explanation or rundown of the fauna in the area.
Okay.
There seems to be like there might be some effects, but it hasn't been fully researched. The knowledge is not there.
We'll keep an eye out for that. Okay, other things I should do. I should let them know about the Underdark entrance. That's a thing that's around here. I mean, I know it's not super close, likely by like distance, but on the map it's close, so it's close in my brain.
Fair. Right now, you are the closest person to one of them.
Yippee! My least favorite thing.
Okay. You point out where they're on some of their maps where there is a location to the Underdark. Specifically, you would note that it is right next to the sort of terrain that was previously considered good hunting grounds around Vrasset. I think you are talking about this one here, right?
Yep. Yeah, the one that we came out of, the one that had like very, it was close to some very spooky stuff.
Gotcha. Yep.
They all are. It's the Underdark.
Yeah, I just remember that one, like the day before we left, there was like that one area that was like controlling my brain or something. I know probably wasn't a day, but it felt
That was
like.
how.
Oh, oh, but it was like connected.
Mm-hmm.
It's all connected. That's how the Underdark works.
Exactly.
Yeah, there are biomes of the Underdark that are just reflections or leakage from all of the other material planes. So you can get some Fey stuff, you could get some Fel stuff if that existed at this time. You can get some Hell stuff, you can get some mechanical stuff, you can get some celestial things. You get the waters of the Astral Sea. It's just kind of a big soup of environments.
I'm in enough soups right now. Not planning to jump in another.
Fair. Um,
Um,
what are your plans after that, like long term?
Boy, long term. Um, really just stay with my people, continue my search. Like not really heavy, just continue reconnecting my relationships. I want to try to strengthen like everyone in a way, like strengthen our bonds, strengthen our like I don't know support and our weaponry. Make sure that we're nice and defended in case anything happens. Because I don't know. I feel very I don't know how to explain it. Close to bad vibes area.
Gotcha.
And hunting, research, sort of.
Okay. Um, would you and Mari do solo hunting or such, or would you be with the group primarily?
Um, if need be, I think Mari and I will occasionally like go on our own, make some nice dinner for Mari, just teach Mari some stuff, I guess, about the area.
Okay. Um, so when you head out on your own, which direction do you go? North, south, east, west?
Um, since we're by ourselves, it's Mari and I. Let's go a bit north.
Okay.
Feel like I'm doing something wrong.
You no, there is
And
no wrong answer.
I know it's not a wrong answer, just like I am courting death.
Hey, it's always out there.
True. Very true.
So, you are able to make it to Vrasset if you would like
Yep.
on
Well,
several of those journeys.
it's every once in a while we check around.
Okay. As you arrive in Vrasset the first time, you find a city that is quiet. There are no people around. You enter and it seems to be rather picked over, actually. Lots of resources that would normally carry people who are there through a particularly long or hard winter have been removed, carted away. There are areas where people have been maybe through the city once in a while looting, but it seems pretty picked over as far as resources go. Over most of the city, there's just this kind of faint ashen gray, maybe slightly silvery dust that's just kind of coating everything. likewise, um, while it's harder to pull apart, just due to the looting that has been done here, it looks as though there's still a sense of order, maybe at the furthest most point in time here, where everything was sort of dropped, and the people went missing. There's occasional clothes here and there a bit around. There's dishes. There's pots and kettles, and everything is like everything that isn't immediately noticeably valuable seems to just kind of be left alone in this sort of very liminal environment. It's inherently unsettling.
It was somewhat prepared for this. I am. Well, the things that seem not valuable for most people, I think, are still valuable. I'm going to just. I'm going to just examine certain pots and pans.
It seems generally very standard. There's lots of metals that have been formed out into these different shapes. Some of them are single piece, some of them are composite materials. Most of them have a higher degree of craftsmanship and intricate details, which you would recognize as kind of innately elven in nature. This was after all, elven city. Go ahead and roll me your choice of perception or investigation.
Ooh, let's see. Okay, I'm better at perception. I have a +6. Let's see. Please, 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 please. This thing just hates me. 15.
15? That's good.
I mean, I was lucky to have a +6.
Mm-hmm. Sorry. Okay, as you are kind of looking around through all of here, you notice that it seems like the dust has a similar direction. It all seems to kind of be flowing forth from a point towards the center of the city. It seems like there was a large gust of wind that sort of just burst everything outward from there radially.
So all the dust comes from one point. It's like a sort of like an explosion.
Yeah.
Okay, I go look for the point. Follow the dust.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a survival check as you're doing so.
That doesn't sound good. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Yeah. I'm not get. I got a 9. I'm not gonna get a roll on out there over 10.
Okay. Well, this was a very low DC for you. I won't go into too much detail, but as you kind of begin noticing this pattern, where it seems like everything kind of whooshed out from a single point, and just kind of tracing it back to the center of town, you find yourself in a main palisade, main palace. There's stairs, there's ladders.
They had a palace?
It's incredibly formal.
I didn't know they had a palace.
Small castle. Yeah.
I mean, why wouldn't they?
I thought they were more, I don't know, foresty elves type of people.
They have a city.
Okay, you're right. It is a city. I completely forgot that.
But as you're making your way through here, you do clock that there are humanoid footprints and tracks that have been up this way that you're going as well.
Oh, tracking. I will follow Mari.
Mari cannot get into the stairway. Mari is too big.
No, oh no.
Probably 9.
Yeah. Okay, Mari, you stay outside, protect the entrance. If you hear anything, completely destroy the building.
Mari does do double damage
You know
to
she
structures.
could.
I know that's what I'm saying. Just destroy it all. Knock us.
Mari smash.
Yeah. I mean that this is one of
Hey,
the
Just
things.
destroy this now historical monument for an entire culture.
Yay!
Hey, they're built on our original land. I'm sorry, but also they're all gone.
They're all gone. There's no one left to defend it or to speak for it.
Well,
I hope it doesn't get to that though. I hope so.
it's now the reclaiming of territory.
The worst idea.
Yes.
There's
As-
probably some things that are best buried.
I mean, maybe there's something underneath the building that somehow will be uncovered. I don't know. I hope it doesn't get to that though. I don't want to fight or anything. I hope
um,
Marty just chills down there.
as you make your way up, following these tracks that lead to, you find yourself. They lead to what you would recognize as the center of it all. Someone's been to this area and then walked away from it as well.
The tracks that walk away are sort of the same way.
Yep. Same path that you're taking to find it now. But as you approach the epicenter to where it seems this large burst came from, there is a small pedestal that has a lot of arcane runes about it. And yeah, I know you don't know magic, but like this smells like magic. This looks like magic. This looks wrong. It's inherently unnatural.
Oh my god, it's probably what made them all disappear.
And it just kind of holds up, and then there are just kind of two arcing points that are about maybe 120 degrees apart. Where it looks like something would have kind of slotted into or fit.
What? Hmm? Is that? Wait, I'm trying to imagine that. So it's like a book, and there's slots.
Sort of like a fork, but like the two sides are bent in. Here, let me do a quick drawing. It'll be a sec.
Oh, like the thing that holds a book, right? So you can
Kinda.
sit standing.
Easel?
An easel.
But more
that-
for
I-
a three-dimensional object.
Pedestal.
Yeah, pedestal, right?
Yeah, like, I mean, there's a kind of general holding.
Holding a thing for book.
Yeah.
Yes. I understand.
Um,
I understand. Okay. Okay. This thing is. You told me you're getting very bad vibes, right? I'm getting.
Hey, Jacob.
you would, yeah.
Ready?
It is inherently magical. It's almost like kind of like a candelabra that's just kind of missing a few pegs. Yep.
This is the center of it all. This book.
There is no book. It's just like there was an artifact there that is
Oh.
missing, that someone has taken, or it exploded, or something bad happened to it.
Then what are all the ruins? It's just like little symbols on the floor.
There are symbols all across this device. If you'd like to look closer at the floor, please go ahead. Go ahead and roll me perception or investigation. Or
I didn't
Arcana.
expect that, but okay. I was expecting it's on the floor, sort of like a circle. I got a 15,
15?
like a little witch thing. I don't know what they're called. Summoning circle.
Gotcha. There is no summoning circle. However, when you look into the patterns of the kind of ashen gray dust and silver, there are patterns in that. sort of like a running stream or a field of grass where there is inherently chaos involved, but it's beautiful, it's simple, and you can predict in which ways it will go. A breath of air, a breath of wind that just kind of rolls outward. You can tell will hit at different areas at different points, and this seems to have that sort of flowing pattern to it as it radiates outward from this point.
Oh, I didn't realize the dust had that until I came here. And so, sorry, go back on this. The symbol is on the altar, correct?
There are
It's on the
symbols all
floor.
over it, yeah.
Oh, okay. On the floor. I thought the floor was the dust. Okay.
There's patterns in the dust, and then there are symbols and runes on the piece.
Okay. Okay, I'm going back downstairs. I don't understand any of this. And I don't want to touch any of it either.
That's definitely fair. You head
We're down.
downstairs, and Mari greets you.
Mari, there's some
Carefully
spooky
keeping
stuff over
watch.
there.
Mari kind of just looks at you with a... looking at you like kind of curious, but also like disapprovingly.
Sorry, it's spooky. I do not want to explore it anymore. It is not my field of expertise, and it is...
Mari yawns.
You know what? Yes, let us go. Let's go eat or do something else. Let's, well, before we head back, let's just take up, like, just walk by this thingy. I don't want to see the name. It's scaring me. And then just eat back.
Okay. As you kind of head out in front of Mari, they roll their eyes, just kind of. All right, you head.
We'll do some hunting on the way.
Okay. You head over to. Time passes. Actually, go ahead and roll me a d12.
It's not a good thing. I should not have gone here. A 2.
Okay.
At least it's not an 8.
Yeah, Owlbear
That
gives
would,
me a very low
I know
roll.
what that would be.
Blue rockers!
Huh?
8's always dragon.
Oh yeah, I'm saying like Owlbear will always give me low rolls. So it's out of 12, it'll probably give me something other than 8. It's pretty high for 12. No, real does
Well,
not
it's your
give
random
me.
encounter tables.
Yep.
It's random. Yeah, 2 could be bad.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying like I will not get big roll with Owlbear. Doesn't like me and I don't like it. At least win roll.
You find your way over to the cavern to the into the ground where you had emerged from the Underdark. There was some effort in obscuring the path, but it is now open. And there's just kind of a seemingly small jaunt in, and you could make your way through.
Nope. I'm going to... Mari, I wish we could just, like, bury the entrance. Like, just, dig put dirt all over it, but I will not even... But let's not mess with that.
You
that
hear
place was
kind
no
of
fun.
chittering sounds deep within the tunnel that just seem to echo outward.
Nope. Mari's bigger now. Mari can't even follow me down there. I can't imagine trying to bring Mari through again. That place was so uncomfortable. Physically and mentally.
Go ahead and just roll me a strength check for Mari. You can have advantage on this, and it's a low DC.
Is this a saving throw?
Just
or
a check.
Okay, so it's a +3. Advantage. 2 rolls. Okay. I need to tell that it hates me. My first roll's a 1 and my second one's a 13. 13 plus 3, 16 is my big one.
Okay. Mari is capable of patting down and kind of breaking up the earthworks around this area and doing an okay job trying to rebury it.
Oh, I love you so much. Thank you. That's so good. I mean, it is great. Let us. I'm going to make you epic food today. Let's go hunt, then go home. Wonder if we can fully cover it up. Maybe one day.
That's not a thing. You can't bury a cave.
You could completely. Isn't it like when
You can cave in a cave, but there's people on the other side who, if they wanted to, could excavate their way out.
You'd need to bring
Yeah.
materials in and kind of just reseal the entire thing.
Yeah,
And then kind of knock
really,
down on that, and it would still even then not be perfect.
yeah, cave in. Okay, weird quick question. But the dust thing, was it not letting any in Verest, the dust and all that, was it not letting any wildlife grow on it because of it?
Wildlife seems to be kind of back to normal around Vrasset.
Okay,
It used to
so
be kind of enchanted in a way that made it like very good for hunting. And so even though it might not be ideal or desirable, it's going back to normal. It's returning to the natural balance.
okay. I was just worried that the dust wouldn't let like stuff grow because the dust
I
would
mean,
make
I think
over it.
we've established previously that plant life has basically taken it over.
Yeah.
It's
I thought
coming
so.
back and taking it over, yeah.
Yep. Okay, we're heading back.
Okay.
Let's go.
With the 2 that you rolled for the journeys and such, you find yourself getting a bit lost.
Okay, recalibrate myself. Okay. I think we came from this way. I'm gonna point towards the direction. Correct?
Like you're heading on a similar path, but the diversion towards the Underdark kind of threw you off as far as getting back. And even though once you return to your territory, like areas start to become familiar, you start turning northernwards. You do have an encounter before you can return.
We'll get back. We're heading back, but we're gonna be encountered. Hopefully, it's something we can num on. Make food out of it.
You find yourself at an open rock, not a cave, but almost like a stony geode, where there's not crystals or anything, but there is a directly and distinctly hollowed out formation that kind of burns, kind of is cracked into a rocky precipice.
Am I already in it, or do I just see?
You can approach it. You can see it. It's close.
Okay, this thing, I think we've seen something similar to it before. The one that Sabaki and I were, like, somewhere up here, I think. Back we were, like, here or something, traveling this way, I think. Wasn't it when Sabaki and I split up with Ketch and
Are you
Zagra?
talking about the thing with the clam?
The cave that we went into?
That was more of like a traditional cave with a hidden entrance.
Yeah, weren't we? Wasn't it actually a cave that was kind of disguised, and it was actually a monster? And
Yeah, illusionary
Yeah.
bulb, not the same.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
almost. It's almost like a small amphitheater or a grotto.
So it go down. Okay.
Oh, Hmm.
Almost like there's been like you know those ice cream scoops. It's sort of like a chunk of land has been scooped out.
Oh. Huh. I'm going to
Crater?
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm going to like get closer and try to see what happened to the land here. Is there like no is it like there's no how do I explain it? Like no does it look natural where there's like still plants and stuff growing around it, or does it look like there's
The
no dirt
entire
stuff?
land is stone.
Oh, it's
As
stone.
you but there is like nature kind of pushing back at the edge, kind of seemingly to come. There's moss. But as you approach, there is kind of a large rectangular piece towards the center of it. And as you get closer, there are fainted paintings on all of the sides of the walls.
Painting? Is Marty with me?
Yep.
I didn't see those paintings when I was above, like coming in, right? They just appeared right now.
Well, no, they were there. You were just a little bit too far away to like make out
Oh,
details because it is faded. They are old,
this
probably
is
a
new.
couple generations back.
Hmm. Mari, what do you get from this? Do you feel anything in the ground, Emerson?
Nothing unusual. It Mari kind of behaves, and you get the sense that it feels like any other land. Feels very normal.
Let's investigate the paintings then. That and the thing in the ground, the triangle,
Rectangular prism, a
rectangle,
large, ornately, um,
monolith.
no, more horizontal. Um,
Got it.
Maybe about 8 feet long, um, ornately carved out of stone. That sort of seems to then kind of blend into the ground around it.
I am going to look at it and I'm going to appreciate the carving. I'm going to, if I can be like, hmm, this is done by a professional.
Go ahead and roll me insight or history with advantage.
Okay, I'm a bit better in insight, so go. Wait, no, I don't want to remove. How does that? One, two. I, my first roll 3, my second roll 11, and so 11 is higher. 11 plus 2 is 13, I believe.
Okay. Um,
But again, low rolls.
it's okay. So as you're looking through the paintings here, they show people in darker red garments with golden accents, with wreaths of arcane power at their hands, and there seemed it's sort of almost dynamic. And then you watch, and then as you kind of move over from one picture, you see an image of someone kind of walking away, the light fading, but the gold inlays remain, and they hold strong and firm, and there's presence there.
So it feels like there's presence in the painting.
Sorta. You see an image of this figure whose face is completely obscured or lost, studying, researching, kind of taking
Ah,
time with the
wait, I'm
woods.
so sorry. I disconnected. My thing has been very bad these days.
Oh, it's all good.
Last thing I heard was there was a presence in the painting.
Um, sort of.
No.
There is like the individual who is being depicted here has kind of a stately, noble, diplomatic presence, very much like a 16th century religious artwork style.
Hmm.
Um, The third kind of frame of this is them kind of on their own in and around the world, and then there is a single spark that is around them, and it seems to be it's hard to just by positioning it's almost like an idea, but it also could just be a discovery. It's a natural eureka moment where basically all the framing of the art is centered on this point, and from it, that is where the light comes, and the kind of darkness of the woods kind of begins to fade away as this individual has found it.
Hmm. So it's multiple paintings depicting someone on like a little journey.
Yes.
So it's the same person.
And that you see them then with others who are larger than them, as they are impressing upon. They are almost showing up saintly, leading, they are teaching.
Oh, oh,
And instead of the kind of gold accents, it's almost a cobalt blue.
ah.
And
They feel very
well,
historical and
maybe not
important.
cobalt. That word has connotations here, but more of an electric blue.
Oh, and the prism, the rectangular prism in the ground is like this, like has to do with all of this, like it's a sea.
It's sort of just kind of in the center of all of this. And with the roll that you had made earlier, you recognize that some of the symbols that are carved into it are the same ones that are used around the tribe.
Oh, oh, how did we not find this before? Oh, I think this is a very important piece of history. Uh, 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 I don't, I'm scared of leaving it. I feel like it's gonna disappear when I leave because I haven't seen this in so long. Hmm. I'm scared of losing this. I'm going to first, I'm going to like absorb all of the paintings in my brain. Like very closely looking at the details.
Uh, the story is one of loss, discovery, and enlightenment. One where a person changed and found something that they believed was more important than any one person could see themselves as.
I'm going to take in the how the person looks, and I'm going to that engrave that in my brain. That is that look is not going to leave it.
Okay.
This is not
Slender,
for.
lanky, humanoid. They've built up some muscle, but like towards the later ones, it seems like they favored. If they started out their journey strength focused, towards the end they were a little bit more dexterity focused. There's strength, but it comes more from connection and unity with others than raw might of one alone.
I'm going to look at Mari. Mari, I I feel like this is awesome. But this is us, the Isle. This I'm going to look back. This is what I'm looking for. I think this is very important. Very, very important. I don't want to leave this place, but I have to. Feels like I found something, but it's nothing huge. But it's huge. It is. is um. Did we not see this before? Do I know that I'm close to home? Like our home base,
You're
or
a bit away from it, but yeah, you would recognize that you're close-ish. This area hasn't been really good hunting grounds for a while. Um, Previously, you'd heard reports from Kayakin about how the hounds were in this area frequently, and so people left it alone.
what time of day is it?
Midday.
How long will it take me to get back? Like how long is travel to get back?
It might be a day. It might be a little bit more, depending on just kind of if the weather shifts.
This is so stupid. Are the paintings like detachable?
Like what?
Like
What?
detachable? Like can I pick them up and take them with
No,
me?
I was kind of wondering that myself because
It's
I was initially picturing like framed paintings, but
Me
then
too.
it's more they're cave
they're
paintings.
cave paintings.
Uh,
They are on the walls. They are on the rocks. That which is kind of allowed a lot of the erosion and degradation. Like there's areas where metal has been kind of grafted to it, but like it's not super there. Like it's noticeable. It catches the light in your eye in different ways, drawing attention to different pieces.
I know a perfect person to bring. The one guy who liked to was interested in writing could totally saddle guy. He was interested in writing and I gave him a pen and paper. Well, I didn't give him paper. But he could totally like what do you call it? Like transcribe, like uh draw them so we can everyone can see them maybe.
I know you're thinking of a more specific word, but draw
Yeah.
them just
Yeah, that's I'm thinking of like a more historical like, oh, preserve the thing in a way that everyone could I don't know.
make tracing.
Not exactly tracing because I'm afraid like putting a paper exactly to the wall would be best. But yes, I know what you're trying to say.
Maybe transferring is what you're asking?
Yeah, I'm thinking just basically, oh, you see this try to draw it similar or exactly if you can, and let everyone else see. Is what I'm thinking. Because I, if it's a day
Was
travel,
sketching.
yeah, if it's a day travel, I can totally go
We'll,
back and come back and
we'll come
bring
up
a
with
lot
the
of
word later, I'm sure.
yeah.
One thing that would also strike Zace,
Huh?
maybe as you're starting to think this through, this isn't necessarily just a place of remembrance. This is a tomb.
Oh, it did not. That's not what I was. The tomb. The name on the
So
gravestone.
there isn't one.
Hmm.
The large rectangular piece in the center seems like there might be a slab on the top that is detachable.
And it was detached.
It's a
Not for a long
sarcophagus.
time.
Oh, it's a sarcophagus. Oh, I was thinking like
I,
a
I
chair the
just
entire
I just
time.
made that realization. It's a sarcophagi.
Oh, oh, I see. I didn't make that realization. I was thinking just like it's a chair in the middle so everyone could like sit down and observe the paintings. That's what I was thinking. But nope, that makes a lot more sense actually.
You might have leaned up against it and then like all of a sudden just due to your size or Mari's size, like the top might have shifted a little bit and there's just a brief moment of stone grinding on stone for a second.
That could have totally happened because I was totally gonna be like, I'm gonna sit down on this thingy and try to like think or meditate. But no better than this. Ah. Hmm. I don't want to do it. It's seems completely wrong to do what I'm thinking, so I'm blasphemous to even try to pick up the top of the sarcophagus. It feels completely awful, completely wrong, and I refuse to do it.
Okay. I mean, this is something that it seems your tribe intentionally left behind. Left above
Hmm.
ground.
Like an open air tomb. What if it was left behind? I wonder. Huh, I wonder why no one like would have told us. Left. Huh. Okay, whatever this place is. Mm, I'm thinking of camping the night and making the day trip in the morning, just so I can like. I was thinking of just meditating or like spending the day praying in this area, seeing if I can get different vibes. So I think that is my plan. Spend the night here, get some hunt nearby stuff. I know the hunting here was bad, but try to find food for Mari and I. Spend the night here, then head in the morning back is my thinking.
Okay. Go ahead and just roll me a straight d20. That's going to determine how the night and your meditations go.
Oh boy. It's a 10. It's a 10. It's not bad.
Okay. Perfectly balanced. Okay. As the night moves on, and you kind of spend time thinking, looking back, looking through all of the things here, the paintings, the pictures, the representations of people, and you've pieced together of your people, a history that you lost. Maybe it was forgotten, maybe it was walked away from. You feel as though another presence is sitting beside you, watching, just looking through and around and just next to you. And there's a single blue spark just kind of floating around in the area.
Hello, friend. So that's what I'm thinking. This thing is a little spark, my little buddy.
It moves closer to you, just kind of around you.
I just wondering, does Mari see it? Like, is Mari looking at it, or just not? Mari's not.
As you look over,
in it.
Mari is like passed out asleep, and you
Okay,
just hear
that
them
makes complete.
snoring, and they have a deep breath in, and then like all of the little secondary lung cavities along their the bottom of their chest just kind of like, and it's just kind of like this rhythmic, like constant purring almost.
Oh, no, that sounds so short. I'm gonna smile and then look back to the spark.
It kind of dances around you.
Oh, it makes me want to feel like she did. Is
Um,
it trying to get my attention? I'm going to follow it. My eyes will never leave it.
um, as it's just kind of around, you stand up and you see kind of almost from the center of where the sarcophagus is, there's like cracks in the ground um, that have a faint light to them.
Oh, were those there before?
They might have been, but the normal light and just kind of blending in with the rock obscured it.
Oh.
But as it's just kind of, the sun has set, and you can kind of see this lattice work that just kind of crawls around the entire grotto.
It's
But it
pretty.
all comes from a point underneath the sarcophagus, which, once again, to note, the sarcophagus is a part of the ground. You can't just move it.
Yeah, but the lid is not, right?
Yeah,
From what I understand.
you could pull the lid off if you wanted.
If they want it.
Um, it kind of leads you towards the image of discovery, of
I'll
where
follow.
the individual kind of connects with the spark in theirs, and there's darkness all around, and there is this small pulsing electric blue, and it's just around there.
Does my spark look like that one?
Maybe there's a little bit of artistic liberty, but it could be.
I wonder how the person in the painting connected to their spark.
It's drawn in the painting as brighter.
Hmm. Interesting. I feel like my little Sparky only meets me at night.
And once again, this is just kind of moving around you. You feel like there's another being around you who's just there. It's like there is not quite the hair on the neck of being watched, but like another person. But I don't want to say invisible, because I know that's a condition and a thing that creatures can be. But like there is a presence in the area.
I know what that feels. It's like when you're with someone, but you know, I completely understand that.
But like there's no actual tangible, like you don't feel the wind rushing around you. You don't feel like a breath, or you don't hear anything like that.
No,
There's
it's
no
just
crunch.
the
There's
feeling itself
right. Like there
in your
is
heart.
another human in this space.
It's like we're both enjoying it together.
And there's a word in your mind. Remember. Followed by another balance.
Remember balance. I don't know if the word comes from the feeling of the person I get. I'm here to say
It's not
I
coming from
will.
you.
No, I know. I will remember. Or the last one was, oh my god, I feel so bad as a player. I don't remember the last one. It was your name. Remember down your name. But one thing is for sure, I will not forget these paintings for this moment itself. And I'll always try to keep a healthy balance.
The spark kind of rotates around and is within the area. And another word. You would recognize it more as anger, but the feeling that comes within it, the kind of feeling of in the gut is more of desire, it's frustration, it's loss, it's
Grief, sort of.
yeah. And words in your mind echo with maxims that you've told others around you. The dead continue living with the living. This remembers, it is here. And it drew you here, whether you thought it or not. It remembers and it wants you to as well.
I think at this point, Face would be crying a bit. Not sure why, but definitely getting that.
You feel an arm over your shoulder briefly. Just almost, it's almost as if the nerves inside of your body recognize the touch, but the actual feeling itself, there's no compression.
Oh. I feel it. I feel every being in this painting, everyone I've met in my tribe. I feel them. They're still with me. They're here.
And then in your mind, you hear a series of words. No one meaning more than the other, but woven together like a tapestry.
One moment.
No. Why are you turning on? Sorry, my phone activated.
No, you're good.
Oops.
As you are, we once were. As we are, you too shall be. And it almost sounds as if it's said with your voice. But once again, it didn't come from you.
My brain goes to, we believe all life returns to Ayzum. It comes from Ayzum. We were all dirt and dust and bones, and I will once return to dirt and dust and bones. I'm kidding.
And you think of everything you've seen. The dirt around you, the earth, the land, the dust that's settled all over Vrasset, nagging in your mind. The bones you carry on yourself, the bones you think lie within the tomb. Everything comes full circle one way or another. Maintains a balance.
Everything does. Maybe I'm going to look at the painting. Everything does. The one that depicts the person. It is maybe part of the balance that I feel is frustration. Maybe I don't want to open the tomb because I'm scared.
You feel a sense within you of understanding.
That is exactly sure. I don't know how to say the name. Sarcophagus.
Of
It,
strength. The words kind of flow through you. Once again, no one more important than the last, but it's almost like waves of emotion crashing down upon you. Anger, yearning, zeal, understanding, motive. It begs for action, for understanding, and you feel that there is strength, but also a very faint sense of weakness, of inability, of loss of ability.
I think hard to understand it. Understanding it once, understanding, but weak, lost. I feel like it's trying to tell me I don't need to open the tomb. I just need to keep going. Maybe no anymore. Trying to think of all this. Very hmm.
And it draws you back to that same idea. As we are, so too you shall be. And it kind of, and your mind is drawn to the sarcophagus. Like, this is you. They are cut. You are cut from the same cloth. You are one and the same. And another thought. This person wasn't given proper burial. They were forever left to wander restless, to keep minds awake, to make sure that people do remember. That's what all of this is. The tribe is rather utilitarian. Every piece gets used, but it seems like every piece here is excess, is designed for something more, something beyond, something that isn't about survival, something that isn't about mastering the wilderness. It's about respecting it, about living it, about something that is greater that draws you all here. And it feels like you've walked away. And you have another word, an old one: balance.
An old one. Balance. Like we walked away from it. I wonder if it's trying to tell me to bring the elders here. I remember in the very beginning it told me that we lost, like, something we lost. I'm not exactly sure what we lost, other than also, like, we walked away from our love. I don't know. I feel like not everyone in the tribe definitely didn't walk away. Maybe it was certain people, the teaching. Did we lose respect? I'm just thinking.
Do you have a
Billy.
light source? Do you have a small
Oh.
campfire with Mari, or are you carrying a torch, or do you have anything that casts or sheds light?
Let's see my inventory.
Well,
It's winter, right? So
yeah,
I definitely probably did a campfire for
yeah.
warmth, most likely.
Okay.
If it was, I was thinking if it was like summer, I probably wouldn't need to just have the moonlight, but no, winter definitely needs some heat.
Okay. As you're kind of walking around and kind of having these thoughts and visions and just words and thoughts, you see the light from the fire dancing upon the wall of the cave, and kind of right from the center of the sarcophagus, casting a shadow, but not physical. There is just the shadow, a single flower growing up from the center, and at the center of that is the image of the spark of the figure finding it and claiming it for themselves.
Wow,
There's nothing growing from the
beautiful.
top of the sarcophagus,
The flower grew.
and yet there's a shadow of the flower on the wall.
I'm going to. Can I touch the flower? The flower shadow?
Mm-hmm. It's there.
Oh, uh, being silly. My gamer brain is like, I should pick up a flower and put it there, but that makes no sense.
All signs would indicate that there is a flower growing on the top of the sarcophagus. That's just not there.
Mm, I think it's there. It's not there, but I definitely feel like there would be flowers all around this place.
I mean,
I
there
feel
are.
like it
Yeah.
would look beautiful.
Wildflowers, though. Nothing that's got a large enough head. Nothing that's a long enough stalk. Nothing that's nothing that matches.
Is does Have I seen a flower like this before?
Once,
Okay, is the ones with Kyoke with
the one that was torn to pieces and lost. Yes.
yeah. Um, I I I well the flower. I'm gonna touch the flower on the wall. The wall flower, the shadow flower,
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. What's it shadowing
It's a
on?
it's a shadow flower.
Yeah, but the flower shadow. Is it like highlighting something?
It has the small little spark at the center of it.
No, is it the spark that runs away from me?
That one's just kind of floating around watching you. Watch it.
Sparky, come here. Stay
It
right here.
moves away from you as you are kind of drawing, like almost heading back towards the center of this grotto.
Well, I'm gonna go check the spark on the wall.
Okay.
Then,
It's paint
mm,
on the wall. It's paint.
I'm gonna look at. I'm gonna go back to my Sparky.
Okay.
It's like a little buddy now. It's Mario and I. It's our Sparky.
As you head back towards it, it's hovering directly on top of the sarcophagus, just not moving, staying still.
Sparky, are you trying to tell me to open it? Oh, I don't know. I'm trying to talk to a spark.
It doesn't respond.
Yeah, it's like in the center of sarcophagus, I guess. Is it where?
It's just floating above it. Maybe
Yeah, is it where the
36 inches.
flower would be at?
Yes.
It's a shadow.
Yep.
Oh, what color is my sparky?
Electric blue.
Oh, could I stand by sparky?
Okay. It doesn't move. Can I just you lets you approach it?
Oh, it's letting me out. Oh, could I slowly, like very, very gently, just bring on my arm?
Mm-hmm.
Let Sparky sniff me. Sparky sniffers? I don't know.
It doesn't seem to sniff you. It just seems to be there.
Could I try to pet it or touch it?
Sure. It feels warm.
Warm. And not the type of warmth like I'm getting from the fire, like a different type of warmth.
Like a warm that is like a good feeling within you. Like feeling purpose, drive, love. Almost
No.
butterflies in the stomach.
Oh my
Potential.
God. Could I pick up Sparky?
It disappears.
Oh, it was
But the feeling doesn't
very
leave
warm.
you.
Oh, Sparky. I still feel you. Is the presence of that one person
It's
still here?
all around you. Like a warm blanket.
I feel like I want to hug myself. Give myself a nice old hug. Feels good. One butterfly feeling.
You gain a feat.
A feet? Oh, oh! That is a different type of feet. Oh boy, that's a lot of words. How do I know if I? How does this
You
go?
now have 3 feet. Congratulations.
Yay!
Yeah!
I'm going to save this.
You can always use a thing and explain it as Zace unlocking his tried something new.
Mm-hmm.
Hugging
There's
the
always an universe explanation for a new feat or something.
You have a new ability that is based on channeling that spark and potential.
Basically, you've just earned yourself a new title
Oh,
and all the responsibilities that come with it
And perks.
and perks.
that's a lot, but it makes me feel very happy. It's it's a beautiful title. Looking at the name of it.
But
I
it's
definitely feel like it was something you were working towards pretty much the entire thing.
Yeah, I definitely feel like this is. I feel like this is released nor the sarcophagus. I don't know how to say the word. The one where like the cat is in the box.
Sarcophagus.
Casket.
No, I'm talking about like the whole theory that if a cat's in the box but you don't open it.
Schrodinger.
Schrodinger's.
Yes, that word, that name. this is definitely it because
Well, here, I'll go
players
ahead and
Jordan
put
is
this
hard.
back on the map. Um,
Schrodinger's sarcophagus. Oh!
yeah.
Or
Oh my God.
Schrodinger's casket.
Wait, so you giving me the name of the sarcophagus, the tomb? Is it like confirmation? It's not awesome. Because this entire
That
time,
name's come up before.
oh boy. Does okay? Is this name somewhere in the tomb so I can remember? Like, does Zace remember the name? Like, connect the name with the tomb?
one of the original people who was with the Io tribe.
That's
A
what I was
human.
thinking.
A human, not a giant, but who would stand
Yeah,
on equal footing with them.
wasn't that the person? Someone in the the
The Mercer
one of the
Company.
seven?
The no,
No, oh,
they
not
were
one
one
of
of
the
the Bleeding Heart. They were a soldier
no. Oh, I thought
who walked
yeah,
away.
but didn't I first learn that name from someone here
Mhm.
when I was in the mage thingy?
Yep.
That person's probably dead now.
Halmadar was found on
100%.
Orth. Halmadar was
Hmm?
in.
Probability.
Halmadar was
yes.
at the gala.
Wait,
Oh,
what?
Almador was at the gala?
This person's tomb. This person's sarcophagus. The person who was supposedly in the sarcophagus was at the gala? Am I understanding that correctly?
Undead is a thing.
true.
Very true, very true. I don't know who would. But it does it look touched? I
No.
thought it wasn't touched
It's
in a
been.
while.
It seems undisturbed for decades, maybe even centuries.
So we are traipsing through other dimensional things in this campaign a little bit. So
Different dimension, Halmador? Or it could
I'm
be
not gonna say.
did it pack with the bunny. The bunny is one of the most eldritch, creepy creature in this campaign so far. Because
Almador is from the same place Leomund went to.
Not from, but he was there. He was the one who killed Leomund.
He was there. Oh!
wait, he killed
That's-
Lehman.
that's
Isn't
what
that
you'd
one of the
heard.
one of the seven
Yeah. Well,
people?
kinda.
Orderly.
Or Marley? Wait, so Halmadar is that before or after creating the idol tribe?
After.
I think that's the question you.
Oh.
Definitively after.
So I feel like Almador died, and then in Undead here, is it like you lose the memories, or Undead is very confusing to me. Or are you like a little like summoned by a lich? Is that what it is?
Sounds like because you didn't. The Io tribe purposely didn't give him a proper burial, he's a record keeper.
A record?
Kind of a reborn, perhaps?
Record? Okay, I'm gonna have to.
He's there to be a
Or
memory.
ultimately just a ghost.
Maybe possibly even kind of vengeful for the whole thing. I don't know. Someone. I mean, especially with the way that tribe works. I mean, proper burials are a thing.
Yeah, I don't
So
know.
maybe possibly a little bit vengeful.
Vengeful that he didn't get a proper burial, but like at the same time, there's like beautiful paintings and stuff. This place is like
Here.
again, it's
You guys are going down a path that is.
It's still
Interesting,
not a
but
proper
it's not.
burial.
It's
Important.
very far off. Halmadar is
Okay.
not, nor ever has become undead. They are
Oh.
just dead.
okay. I'm so confused, even more than what is. Who is at the camp? Is this supposed
Maybe
to be
it's not the same him.
different dimension? This is what different
Maybe
life
descendant. Never know.
descendant that was pretending. Then
Who knows?
Sort of thing.
maybe it's person with same name. Person acting, because I know ship shifting is a thing.
We're just theorizing.
Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
theorizing. There's a lot. There's a lot. This whole time I was thinking it was awesome too, and I was scared of opening it. But
You
okay,
did it.
does okay, player knows it's not Awesom's tomb.
It's not.
Zace is not. Because there's nothing that says it's Halmadar's.
True.
Okay. Then Zace will probably only know what it truly is by asking the elders. So that's probably the plan in the morning. That's definitely the plan in the morning. Huh?
We'll see how that goes.
I don't know what. I hopefully it goes well. I don't know.
I don't trust your elders.
I don't either. I kind of want to ditch them. If I were you, I would have ditched them by now.
Frankly, I thought you didn't trust them.
Player maybe not, but I feel like Zace, it's really hard to bitch your elders at someone who these people like they taught you, you know, like you grew up with them. They're still
You know who else they taught? Taken.
Yeah. I definitely do feel like maybe not all of them are bad though. There was like the one lady elder I did feel bad vibes from, but I felt the other two were okay from what I've seen.
Yeah, we're not saying they're all bad or all good.
Yeah.
It might be a
just
spectrum.
Don't trust that they're on the same. I don't feel like I feel like they're withholding things on purpose because they're using things as excuses to be like, oh, I can leave you behind because of this.
Oh, like they're trying to hold back information so when they pass away, like no one will know?
I don't know.
That way?
I mean, obviously they probably pass it down to people because somebody needs to know in case something happens, right?
It feels like they have ulterior motives.
Yeah.
Like maybe like all elders have this like thing where they have to keep a secret or something.
It's just one conspiracy after another.
That's definitely. I wonder if it has to do with Awesome though, because
I mean, I think that's a guarantee.
What did you say?
I said it was a distinct possibility, probably actually.
I think it's borderline a guarantee, honestly.
Yeah, it's definitely.
So, I mean, it makes you wonder why did supposedly Aslam abandon the IO people? That's a thing. I was like, why did they supposedly stop hearing his voice or whatever?
Yeah, it definitely like.
So I mean, usually if a god stops talking to people, it's one of two things. First off, the people aren't doing what they should be doing according to the god's thing, and then or the people found out something about the god they no longer want to believe in.
From what Zace knows, it's that they didn't go Tazam when they were deciding to exile Kyukin, and I think Tazam was disappointed in their choice and left them. That's what I'm thinking. They didn't talk to them, but Zace is thinking. Zace is like trying to look for him and like wants to hear their voice again. Zace is just one who's always yearning for them in a way. Silly little boy.
All right, well, what are you gonna do now?
I guess for the night, I feel this warmth and love, and if the orb is gone, but the present is like a giant blanket, I just wanna share it with Mari. I'm just gonna hug Mari.
The two of you cuddle up.
Yeah.
Cuddles up, sleeps on sarcophagus.
Just both of us.
Mari would not fit. The stone slab on top would break if they tried to get on top of that.
Yeah. We're sitting nearby.
Sleep next to the bones. Just sleep next to the bones. You'll be all right, guys.
We'll be fine.
Assuming the bones are there.
It feels safe, you know. There's a lot of safe vibes, or like warmth, happiness, love. I know that doesn't mean it's necessarily safe, but in a way it feels safe. I don't know. That makes no sense. But just it feels good enough to sleep. That I don't know, let myself calm down, relax, just enjoy the presence of everything in this area.
There are animals who you see kind of come by, graze a little bit, and then just kind of keep moving on their way. It's
Take one look at
peaceful.
Mari and be like, nope.
Nope.
Mari is still kind of doing their big purr snore. Just kind of conked out, like not paying attention to anything that's going on here. Just like getting their quality like beauty sleep. They're 8 hours in.
Yep. Yep, pat pat Tamari. You're doing great. Little baby.
I think that's a good place to put a pause for Zace right now.
Hey. That's a lot. That was good.
Speaking of which, Zace,
Yeah.
the bottom two strikes down there,
Yes.
those are spells.
Oh. How do
You
I do
got
this?
magic!
How does one spell? Zace does not know. Zace will have to learn.
I think you can just use it.
Huh?
You can just use it. Now that you have the feat, you can just use it. You don't need to learn how to spell.
I guess the
Your
Is
rage
it
counts as
like-
your concentration, so you can give up to 5 people the bless spell, or up to 5 enemies the bane, and it just
Oh.
lasts as long as you
Right.
are,
But
as
I
long
lose
as you have
rage?
rage.
That's
as long as
great.
I have it, or do I like spend a rage?
You spend rages or ferocity, or some combination thereof, and then so long as you are in a state of rage, it lasts.
Okay.
Up to 5 creatures.
Mari's part of it. Yay. Ferocity's nice. I can do more with that. I can finally combine both classes. No. It'll be epic. I'll have to definitely read through all of this.
I'll just make that as a note.
Spend rage then as long as your rage lasts.
Yeah.
I don't know why I would. I feel like definitely spending ferocity is more of the smarter thing in my opinion. Spending rage. Let me see. I only have
You
rage
don't
4
have that
times.
many rage.
Yeah, I only have it 4. I only have 4 rages, and I need it for bear, which is pretty important.
Mhm.
But I haven't been using ferocity as much, and I mean, I haven't fought since I've leveled it up, but now I do have, like, what's it called? Yeah, whenever companion gains a ferocity at the start of your turn, they gain additional 1 ferocity, so now they get 2 ferocity instead of 1 every turn. Yeah. So definitely gonna be getting a lot of ferocity from Mari. But there's also the thing about rampage, so that's definitely the thing to make a look out for.
Mhm. But yeah,
Do I know the name of the feat? Like a player does. Does they know?
Zace doesn't think in terms of feats.
You're right. I'm just trying to.
Zace would think in terms of gameplay terms.
Zace, that's not. Yeah, you're right. I'm just like, how will Zace ever know he has a spell that he can actually use? Will it just happen on accident? You can totally see that happening.
you just call upon it.
Well,
You will. You put your intent out into the world, and you can make something happen.
oh, I get that one.
Along with the titles comes the knowledge of how to use it.
Yeah, I can definitely tell the will thing. Like, oh yeah, like I can see that. Oh, I wanna recover someone. Is what I'm just reading this real quick. Like, I wanna help someone.
You
Do
can
this
just give
one.
them a blessing.
Yeah. Oh boy, people are gonna be. They're gonna be looking at me like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I don't know, bro. I don't know what's happening." I can totally see that. So I'm going to do this a lot more. Mari and I were going to be like studying it.
It looks like a lot, but it's not as much as it seems.
Mm, I'm thinking like how I'm going to combine this with all of my stuff, like my mounted combatant, and then like Mari's ferocity, how much she gets.
Mhm.
That's what I'm trying to like combine, bring.
There's a lot of things that could be done.
Yeah, I feel like I'm the type of person that's like I'm going to use the same thing over and over and over again because it works.
Yeah. Well, as we rotate over to Seaview Garrison, um, Kara and Zagra headed over to Severin, the city of irons, in search of a
Yes.
spell scroll that ended up costing a lot of gold.
Yes.
But also, you managed to get some supplies along the way. What is. I know you are taking Kara's boat down most of the way, hugging the seashore. But then you eventually reach a landing point, beach the boat, kind of bring it in, and then head northernwards towards the city of Irons. Is there any conversation or discussions happening along the way, or do we just cut to the city itself?
I would like to have a conversation with Zagra. I wouldn't mind.
What shall we talk about?
I I it's a bit of a voyage, so I sit there and I'd be like, so how did you how'd you get in with this lot? I don't know if we've had this conversation before, but I ask anyways.
Oh, I died.
Oh, it does occasionally happen. I've noticed.
There was a group of bandits who showed up at a tavern that I was at, and that Ketch, as he was at the time, Tsubaki, and Zace were
Mm.
also at the time.
Do you know
I.
Sabaki?
Pardon?
I said, do you know Sabaki?
Yes.
I'm a great fan of hers.
She was great. She tried to help out with the fight, but
Um,
it didn't really work out, and I
does
Ooh,
the world
died.
know about Subaki's death?
We do. We do.
do note that there
But
upon
Kara,
Tsubaki's death, nobody knows this, but she sent proclamations out to the land, out through all the land that she was dead.
Oh, okay.
It would be announced. Everybody
Cool.
would know, at least in the barding world.
Cool. Okay.
and my death seemed to attract some undesirable people, let's say, and even though they did bring me back, they stranded us in a desert world.
So I noticed at your guys' stronghold that there were a bit of hostility going on between you and whoever that was. Um, what was that about? I mean, I'm always good for a fight. It was great, by the way. But I always like to know what I'm going into and for why.
The siege?
Yeah.
Uh, I believe they were after what that tortoise person handed off to us.
Oh, but it kind of seemed like they already knew your wizard friend.
They're also after him.
Oh,
I believe
Interesting.
he escaped from them not that long ago.
oh. Well, that's interesting. Huh. So,
Yeah,
where are you from in the group? Like,
I've been traveling around all my life with the crash that's at the garrison.
oh, that's cool or interesting.
Also spent some time in the Feywild on
That
my own.
sounds like an interesting story. Did you have a
Delightful
good
place.
time?
Yes,
Ah, I've always heard tales, but never knew anybody that actually went.
I spent most of my time in the inhabited parts, so safer.
Ah, right.
I mean, even civilizations have their dangers when you live in them, but it's better than what's. It's better than the Feywild dangers at times.
True. At this point, do you have any questions for Kara?
Where are you from?
Oh, uh, somewhere up north. Um, lived in a small village. Was inducted into a religion of some sorts, and found out that I was not cut it for their standard of warriors and
Oh, sorry.
believers. Oh, it was the best thing that could have ever happened to me. Um, Nothing like getting kicked out of something you never wanted to be a part of in the first place.
Fair enough. I assumed something there. I apologize.
Oh, it's all right.
What about
Not
after that?
um mostly traveled, picked up odd jobs along the way, some skills.
Like this one.
Yes, like this one. Um Most I got a taste for the ocean uh as I traveled, and I have always wanted my own ship, and now I have two.
Ice.
It is nice. Um don't know how long I want to stick around though. Um
Fair.
Not because of anything of the group. I'm just a traveler by nature, and I just don't like to stay in one place for too long.
Like I said, that's fair. Just give us 2 weeks' notice.
I will leave a note somewhere.
And
If I
presumably we won't find you. Gotcha. That works.
Yeah, sorry, that's just my nature. I don't give notice. I just up, gone. You might see me, you might not.
Thumbs up, that works too.
Hey. Well, so how are the conditions of the sea right now, Andrew?
Um, Mostly pretty good. It's mostly smooth sailing. There's a couple patches of rough waters here and there, but you are more than capable of navigating around or just withstanding it due to the size of the ship, due to your skill with piloting water vehicles, due to just generally your background as a sailor.
Okay.
Um, Let me pull up my notes here on the City of Irons.
Kara, by the way, as we go into the city, I'm not going to be looking like this. I'm going to be looking like this, blue tiefling disguise.
Oh, well, that's nifty. Where'd you get one of those? I assume it was a magical item.
As a player, I can tell you that it's a ring of alter self that I get as a gift.
Yeah.
So, as in character, I can't tell you that.
Not at liberty to disclose. All right.
It's a secret.
It's a secret to everybody.
All right. Still nifty though.
Thanks.
You know where there's a lot of them. Stole a couple of them, even. Okay, so the City of Irons. As you approach by land, heading north, it is a city surrounded and shrouded in a combination of mist and a sort of smoke. Kind of a smog, a smoke and a fog kind of thing. It's just a
Schmoggy.
yeah. It is
Smoggy.
dense air that has a warmth and a sort of humidity to it.
Nothing like drinking the air as you go.
I can taste the salt.
And as you come up, there are large iron walls that surround the entire city. It's functionally its own fortress. But while the light of day is there are large, probably 30-foot tall doors that are open that you are able to go through, and then towards the end of the day, you can see them like close, and it's just a very small slit, but like it is a very massive structure.
Whoa.
And in and around there is a large bustle of people, just of all different trades, with different. Most of them are armored. Maybe not like heavily armored, but they're all armored in metal specifically. There seems to be a large dwarven population here. And there is basically always the sounds of like hammers and blacksmithing and
Clink, clink,
Yeah.
clink.
there is just kind of this almost cacophony of iron and hammering and bells. It's almost into this sort of rhythmic kind of percussion throughout the city of this very high staccato hammering on anvils.
The ambiance is really loud.
That it is. But like as you're going around, like the armors are incredibly detailed. Like even the standard clothing has metal bits to it that are stamped,
Meticulous?
that are meticulous, that are well crafted and of multiple small pieces. And there isn't really a color palette that would be best described, but occasionally you would see individuals in kind of long white robes who are kind of making their way around, and they head over to large, tall buildings that have striking, almost Gothic, like Victorian Gothic style architecture and design that just kind of reach up towards the skies. And You get slight reflections of like stained glass and such, and it eventually clicks like, oh, this is a church. These are large, tall steeples and buildings. It's almost like everything, despite a higher presence of dwarves in the city, everything is stretched to a very heightened point where it is much taller than any of you or any other person that you've actually seen. There is a grandiosity and a grandeur. But it comes with this sort of.
Someone's trying to show off.
Yeah.
Sounds about right with a church.
So yeah. Well, the first thing we were doing, we were on our way to go get a scroll, right?
Mm-hmm.
Raise dead and revivify, I think.
Yes.
Yes. I believe I successfully found the first one,
You found Revivify.
but not the second. Yeah.
Not Raise Dead. And it cost you an arm and a leg.
Not my arm and leg. Catches.
Yes. So, what sort of areas would you go to try and
I feel like that's
find
going to be a
this?
running theme throughout the rest of the next few sessions.
Everything's expensive, or catch losing an arm and a leg?
Yes to all.
Both.
Supposed to say both.
I mean, you've already lost both of your arms once.
How much do you think those would fetch
At least
for?
there's a choice.
Everything has a price.
I'm
Someone's
sure
gonna
we
be
can
willing to
find
pay.
market and sell body part somewhere around this continent.
Heck, we just go back to the Underdark. We'll make a
That's also true.
I mean, organ trades do happen there. Not going to say at any sort of specific frequency, but like, it's happened. There's definitely markets and individuals who are very interested and involved in that sort of thing.
Not that we are. I'm just saying.
Fair.
I mean, we are like a step away. Looks at Sagra's 4 shrunken heads.
Regenerate would also be a very good one to get.
Yeah.
Regenerate would be a good spell to get.
Hey, yeah.
Alright. Well, I shall look for. I looked for the first two. I got the first one. I missed the second one. Let's see. How much money do I have actual left? I might have enough.
As a part of going through the process of getting that scroll, you would have had to head towards an area of the town known as Binder's Row, and they are sort of a area that is all about the regulation of magic.
Okay.
And in order to purchase the scroll from one of their trained mages and clerics, you would have had to register and like get an actual license for magic.
I am fetching this for someone. Does that matter? I'm literally fetching this for a person who's associated with the only high-ranking wizard left in the world. If I drop those names, does this do anything for me?
Go ahead and roll me persuasion.
Right. Persuasion.
Dick's not gonna stop you, but she's gonna look a little worried about this name dropping.
I got a 26. I'm only using, hey, I already delivered the letter, and then the catch, I mean, I'm basically working for catch.
I mean,
I
they
got a 26.
look at you with respect in that regard, but the paperwork's the paperwork.
All right.
Here, use this. I'm going to hand you my emerald pin.
What's this
I'll
for?
You can cast illusionary script with it and actually write down something else, but make it look like you're signing your name.
I don't think that's the problem.
They pass you over a stack of what looks like 75 sheets of paper, which requires names, initials on several different points here to get an actual permit for casting magic within the city.
Oh, we're gonna be here a while.
I thought I successfully negotiated for the scrolls that I got, Andrew.
Yes, you were able to purchase them. But that's after you get all the paperwork taken care of and the licensing fees
Oh,
and such.
okay, fine. You know what? I'm going to sit down and do this paperwork tastefully.
Do you
tell me how well I do?
Do you do it for Catch, or do you do it for you, or?
I'm gonna do it for Catch.
Yeah, fill it out for Catch.
I'm not putting my name on any of this. If it's gonna be blamed on somebody, it is not gonna be me. Okay.
Okay.
Do you want it in the emerald pin?
I guess I'll borrow it from you.
It's a very nice pen. It's a fountain pen.
Nice. All right. So, how well and efficient do I get this paperwork done, Andrew?
Go
Tell
ahead
me.
and make a roll with calligrapher's tools.
I'm the one character in this thing that doesn't have that.
I can write with that. I have that.
I was about to say, do you want to fill out the paperwork?
I can fill out the paperwork under Catch's name.
Because I do not have that skill. I don't even have the cartography skill anymore. Mine's all navigation, thieves' tools, and vehicles.
Playing cards, cartographers, tinkers, calligraphers.
I hand the pen and the papers back to you and be like, this must be yours.
I got this. Click,
There's 13 11s, there's 29 B-stroke 6s, there's 18 12s, there's a whole slew of just form after form, asking for legal information, binding agreements, signing off on laws for both people who are residents, people who are traveling through, for
I sit here and
passersby.
I think to myself, Catch had better appreciate us.
I am specifically putting it under Catch's name.
Okay.
Just in case there's some sort of cop-out where we can say, like, this isn't Catch, this is Echo. But anyways, what should I roll?
Roll a check with your calligrapher's tools.
Yeah, how do I do that? I've never done a roll with a tool.
Since you are proficient in it, it would be your
add proficiency bonus. So
charisma plus your proficiency.
Charisma plus proficiency. Okay. Okay, good roll.
For some reason, 5e never decided to really flex their tool use in that system.
That's a 24 total.
24 total. Okay. So you go through your inquiries about what this scroll you need it for, what sort of things you use it for, the purposes, justifications. You have to write a 3-page background and outline of everything that you have done magically, just so that they can basically survey and assess risk.
Everything I have done, or everything Catch has done?
Well, you're doing this in Catch's name.
So everything Catch has done.
Um, After
This
that,
is crazy, Andrew. Something similar. I just started writing the other day with pretty much this exact process in mind. That's crazy.
there is a lot of paperwork here. Um, there are forms about filling out for that would then be like taken and folded and then like collected signatures for standardized approval. There are forms about training and how to use these spells and scrolls within the area. There is payment that is required with 3 of the different forms here. Um, there are contracts to sign, and then you have to have them notarized, which would, given the time of arrival today, you'd have to get done the next day. Um,
All right, I guess
I
we're
guess
gonna
we're
go.
staying in the City of Irons for a bit.
We'll just dock on my boat because I mean, we can sleep there for free.
your boat is outside of the city. This is not a port city. This is very
Oh
much
yeah, I
inland.
keep forgetting. Gosh darn, Andrew, you should make more port. If it's next to the sea, you should make it a port city.
This isn't next to the sea. It's very inland.
It's not that close. It's closer than some places.
Here is the shore. Here is the city.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Desi is furious right now.
I'll pay for our rooms.
Okay. 2 silver per room per night.
It's a sketchbook, Mom.
Uh,
What is it? It's a sketchbook.
I can afford that.
Okay.
Screw it, I'm just gonna give them all 5
Okay.
for rooms.
All right. You are able to. And you said you had a
Paperwork is
26
done.
with that? Okay, so you are able to
Yes.
meet with a notary the next day, get the rest of it signed off on, and then they will pass it up to some of the judiciary. That would be with the Council of Chains, who then you have an audience with them that they will sign off on the scroll, and then you have received basically a license to cast spells within the city under the name of Ketch. And then they give you a permit to go buy the scroll, upon which you are able to then find it at a church and purchase it for an obscene amount of money.
Which I got dude down a little bit.
A little bit. But by the end of the second day, you have made it through all of the bureaucracy, and you have your spell scroll.
Yay!
Don't lose this.
I shall not.
I imagine that there are points where you tactically have to like shapeshift into Ketch just in order to.
No, this is the point where the next time I see Ketch, I'm telling him he needs to come with me the next time he decides to order me to buy him something of a magical nature outside of whatever the small towns we've been going to lately.
I mean, I could shapeshift into Catch just to make things easier.
Understood. But to be fair, I did pay you.
Mm-hmm.
But the paperwork, nonetheless, you complete it all. You have there's some food throughout the day, and then you are able to get the scroll basically as the sun is setting of the second day in the city.
Do you want to head back to your boat or wait until morning?
I shall wait.
I take it as you're doing this, Kara is getting the health potions and such that you had picked up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No reason she has to be in the same room with me as I spend hours on
Yeah,
this
I feel like as the paperwork was being done, I was negotiating sales prices and picking up supplies and other things.
There is dense legalese on everything here, and then even when you go to purchase the potions, you have to sign different contracts and waivers. There's only a couple of them, but
This is
it's
the
much
one
doable.
place in the continent that has, like, a nutrition and warning label on the potions. Side effects may include...
This product is known to cause cancer in California, but like only in California.
Yeah, that I've come across those bags of chips where they're like, because this was processed at certain high temperatures, it may cause cancer according to the California state law of health.
I think my personal favorite is, I forget which one is in California, but Disney World or Disneyland has a cancer warning sign.
That's hilarious.
Who knew?
You can get cancer in Disney.
I mean, I thought it was just their fans, but okay. Yes, you are able to get all of your resources by the end of the day, end of the second day. At that point, would you be wanting to try and head out of the city after the gates are closed towards the boat, or?
We gotta wait for the gates to open.
We got everything done, right?
I think so. I have everything to do here.
All right. I guess we'll just go back to the boat. Once everything's done, and as long as it's not night.
It is night. I mean, the gates are closed, and you're stuck in the city.
We'll just go to sleep.
Kara, can I see your inventory?
That's never a good sign.
Why?
Just reference.
I mean, I have my. How do I send it to you, Andrew?
Screenshot?
Oh, that's a great idea. Second.
What's being sent? Sorry, I missed that.
Inventory.
Oh no, you about to get robbed.
Am I about to get robbed, Andrew? Because if that's the case, I'm a thief.
What's your passive perception?
My passive perception is +6.
If they try
so
to
16.
steal or scroll of Revivify,
Yeah,
I am
16.
stabbing the man.
16.
Okay.
Did I get stolen from?
You catch a dwarvish youth trying to pickpocket from Zagra, and someone else does to you as you are like ratting them out. They rolled a 19 on the die before modifiers.
I chased them.
Okay.
I'm not even kidding. I'm chasing this kid down.
I'm chasing too.
Okay.
I mean, we are two full-grown people who can use the power of haste. Well, I mean, Zagra can, and I can run pretty fast.
I can move 100 feet per round without haste.
Well, children don't move that fast. Go ahead and roll me an athletics check with advantage.
Ooh, that's great!
Or acrobatics. Either, yeah, both of you.
I got the same score for both, so it doesn't matter. So I got 10 plus 10 on the first one. So that's 20. And then I got a 17 for the second one. So 20.
Oh, shit, advantage. Oh, okay. That's a 23 total.
Okay. Yes. Zagra catches up to them first. Gets one of the kids who is running and fleeing down an alleyway, and like right before they're about to like slide down a ducted metalwork into the basement of it looks like seedy tavern. You're able to like kind of catch them, and then like Kara immediately comes up behind them, and like the next person who's like about to go down, and you can see one of your items that they had pulled like right out of a back pocket, like in their possession, and they're just like kind of being trying to be as shady as possible, and like you can't see what I've got. No, of course not. It's my stuff, obviously.
I say, oi! I know what game you're about, little creature. Don't be playing me for some fool.
Quick question, Zagra. Do you cast haste on yourself?
No.
I think that was a no.
Okay,
No.
gotcha. And like this is maybe a 6-year-old kid, and they already look like they start having a beard coming in. Like
Yeah, a dwarf
yes.
kid.
Is this how dwarves work?
Like
I,
they're already looking like they're starting to bald over a little bit, and like young kid, but already like ambiguous as far as age.
Mm.
Child-sized body, adult features.
All right,
Dwarves.
all I do is I tie them up. I search them for whatever they've got. What did I find?
Yeah,
Uh,
what do they take?
you never sent me your inventory.
Oh yeah, sorry, my bad.
Do you need my inventory?
They were trying to get something off of you, but Kara was able to catch them first with her passive perception. First one rolled a 12 on the die, second one rolled a 19 on the die.
Damn, I got a lot of stuff, Andrew.
Control that. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna send you a couple pictures.
Okay.
Yep.
Tiefling disguise, by the way.
Oh, yeah. One of the kids looks up at your horns and asks if they're real.
Ooh, me?
Yes.
Oh. I believe I have
Most of
horns as well.
Most of the devils around in these sites here, usually a bit more red. And your horns are different. They're weird.
They come in all sorts of different colors.
Ta-da!
Okay. What were they trying to steal? What did they think that they could quickly flip for a quick profit?
Oh. Might be that gold encrusted statue of mine that Ketch gave me.
That would be the thing. That seems like the.
It's the only thing that wasn't
Wait.
strapped down to me. Everything
I
else
would
is
say
either in my...
that is the only thing you currently don't have because I gave that to you after you came back.
Oh. So it's not even on
Oh.
me.
Okay, never mind then.
Sorry, just wanted to put that there real quick.
You're good. You're good.
What about the potion of watchful rest?
Yeah, that would then be the next thing.
Okay.
Yep.
Ah, yeah, little thieves. What else do I find on them? What else might they have taken from other people?
They have a ring of keys on them. A couple gold-plated buttons.
I wonder what those go to.
You can keep the buttons. The
As-
keys. I hold them up. I go, what did these go to?
Not telling you.
You sure?
Yeah.
I take my finger and put it under their chin. You sure you don't want to tell me?
The beard scruff kind of just scraggles at it. Not telling you anything. You don't have to tell you anything.
Maybe I'll put a truth spell on you,
Do it.
and then you'll tell me everything.
Go do it.
Wouldn't want to waste it on the likes of you.
You're never gonna get anything out of me otherwise.
What else he got?
Hey, here's an idea.
They both have
What
daggers on them.
What if I pay you for the information? Tell me
How
what the
much are we
keys are
talking?
for.
How much are we talking?
I'm
Because I
thinking
think
maybe
those keys are worth 10 gold.
ironically, Andrew, that is exactly the number I was starting at. That was like, oh gosh, you're putting me out for so much. Darn ya, fool. Ugh. Here, have 10 coins.
They immediately
Don't
look
spend it all in one place.
baffled.
Now, what these keys for?
Yeah, here, have a year's worth of salary, or I guess a month.
I'm a pirate. I come across vast amounts of treasure and lose it all the time. I never tell anybody this, but that's what I am.
Disaster pirate.
I am a pirate of convenience. When the convenient opportunity comes, I take what I need.
To be fair, we also get regular payments from the biggest wizard in all the lands.
You're lying about that. You're not telling.
I didn't
That's not true.
I didn't say that part out loud. I did say that part in character.
I.
Wait.
Anyway, so as I said, what are these keys for?
Stole
Hey,
off the devil in a top hat. Wandering around the marketplace at night. Was looking for. I don't know what he was looking for, but left it hanging right out of his pocket. And so it was nice, quick. Just clip it off and. Gonna.
would you tell me
A top hat?
tell me what this individual looked like?
Big, red, scary horns. Cresting off with the white. Like a little bit of bone at the end. Big top hat.
Hmm.
Well dressed suit.
All right. I'll be
Okay.
keeping these keys and taking back my things.
And
You recognize my face if you seed me again, would you?
Yeah, you're kind of ugly.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate the compliments. Just remember,
The other one's kind of snickering in the corner.
He knows how to speak thief.
just don't be getting up to mischief near my pocketbook no more. Or me friends.
Don't worry, you won't see us coming the next time.
That's what you think. I always see you coming.
we're letting you off with a warning.
I
They just look sullen and annoyed.
I leave them there tied up and put a dagger where they can see it but not reach it and be like, it's up to you to get yourself free though. And we walk off down the alley.
Okay. Do you find a place to stay for the night, or
Is that what we're doing?
you're stuck inside the city?
We're
Yeah.
stuck
Or
in
you
the
could
city,
pay
yeah,
the guards at the gate to open up and let you out.
Nah, we'll just stay for the night in a tavern. A
Alright.
nicer
Maybe we'll
one.
see. Maybe we'll see the red tiefling in a top hat.
Yep. I'm looking out for this tiefling.
We assume it's a tiefling. It could be a devil.
I mean, I'm
It
not
could
good.
be an actual devil.
I'm looking out for the individual they described to me.
2 silver per night per room for the tavern.
That's fine.
Depending on how you bunk up.
What happened? I spent all my silver on the first day. What happens if I give them a silver?
I have plenty
Of
of
gold.
silver on me I have plenty of silver on me, don't worry about it.
I want to pay for something since I know you had to spend a fortune on.
Oh, that was Ketch's money. You don't have to worry about me. It
Never
wasn't my
mind.
money.
Never mind.
I've still
I'll
got
take one
plenty.
night. You take the other.
It works. Here, you give me a gold coin. I'll split you the change in silver.
Awesome. What does that go to?
How much was the night?
2 silver per room per night.
And it's 10 silver per gold.
Yep.
Here, I'll just give you 10 silver for your 1 gold.
Okay. That works.
There we
Any
go.
interesting individuals at the tavern / inn?
I mean, there's a couple. Just kind of patrons who are usually coming and going. No one here that you recognize or know. Go ahead and roll me either in perception, insight, or investigation check for each of you. And if you're going to stay in the tavern for more than 5 hours, you can roll it with advantage.
I'm going to stay in there for more than 5 hours.
Okay.
I'd say so. Perception.
I got
insight.
2 17s.
You said insight?
Yep, perception, insight, or investigation.
Awesome.
Yeah, I got 17.
Okay.
I only got a 13.
I mean, it seems like a standard. Not quite. Bustling is the wrong
Always check
word.
the mirrors.
I'm sorry?
Always check the mirrors.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I still didn't hear you, Jacob. You're kind of breaking up.
Always check the mirrors if we have not learned anything from the Wizard College.
Oh, I wouldn't know that.
True.
You have not given me any specific instructions on what to look out for when I'm out there. So I don't know any of these things. And they don't even know I'm with you anyways. Well, maybe they do. Who knows? I don't even know who I'm spying on you guys for, so. But I've decided I'm pretty much gonna lead whoever is mislead the people I'm spying for because I don't like them. I mean, you guys are paying me way more, and I'm pretty happy with the job so far. So
The only bad day was the siege.
yeah, and even that wasn't too bad. I mean, we all came out alive.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Could have gone very badly, though.
Except
But
for
it
the
didn't.
leader of the crate.
Yeah.
But we're working on that.
You got a field promotion for a short bit of time.
Yeah.
You've just got promoted.
Standard fare civilians, Zagra. No gift presents.
Awesome, that's another thing I was wondering.
People just kind of coming, going. It starts to peter out. The longer you stay up, the further into the night you get. Kara, with a 17, one of the people who is kind of coming and going, you see on their cloak an insignia that you recognize.
Where do I recognize it from?
It's sort of like a diamond with a circle in the center and 2 lines on the side.
Are those the people you work for?
It may be.
It is. They have a metal clasp pin that they are wearing on their...
Do I have any insignia from them that symbolizes I am one of them?
No.
Okay. Good.
They're just
I don't have to worry about it.
coming in, getting a drink. They chat up with the bartender a bit and eventually sit off on their own and then make their way out, unless you interrupt them.
Nah. They're of no interest to me.
Okay.
I keep an eye, but I not actively.
They clock that you are watching them, but they don't seem to change their behavior one way or another.
Okay. Yep. Nope. You know what? I decide to order a meal for us.
Okay. That's going to be 5 silver a plate.
That's fine.
You do not see a devil in a top hat.
Is there any entertainment going on? Is it just quiet?
It's mostly quiet. Every once in a while, a patron will head over towards a far side next to a dartboard where there is this kind of long slanted mechanical piece that they start up, and then it starts playing a kind of jaunty tune as though there was a bard stuffed inside of the box.
It's the fucking Jack in the Box shooting gallery again.
And eventually,
we're gonna call it a bard in the box. We're gonna call it a bard in the box. Oh, so they got a bard in a box. Oh, that's nifty.
And eventually, you see like this rolling top immediately just kind of jerks back, flinging open, and then there is this sort of angry-looking tiefling kind of puppet that kind of pops out, red, and you do see that it's wearing a top hat, and then the patron who started it just like throws a dagger and tries to hit it.
Oh. So they're actually is that our tiefling?
It's.
I was about to say, is that our tiefling? I whisper lightly.
Do you think he had keys attached to him?
I mean, I wouldn't know that much.
Did the kids just win a game?
So, there's okay. I'm trying really hard to actually perceive this in my mind, but the description is just not sticking well. So, is it a music box with something that pops out, or is it a game-like thing, like Duck Hunt?
It's a Jack in the Box that the devil in a top hat will kind of pop out and kind of swing a bit back and forth, and like someone will throw a knife at it, and there's definitely marks for people who have missed.
Is it a real tiefling?
No.
Like, okay, that's what I was. Okay. I was like, I'm like, is it real? Like, it's like a stuffed thing. Okay.
I don't think I would have I would have lasted long in this tavern if it was a real tiefling.
That's
the bartender. When the person plays the thing and you kind of catch the notice, the bartender immediately kind of gets up, kind of pulls the knife, passes it back to the guy, and then closes the trap and then locks it. Because it is like 2 a.m. and that's how people die by accident. Someone heavily inebriated throwing knives.
That's a game, right?
Yeah, I don't think it's real. Anyways. So I kind of go up to it and look at the keys and then look at the thing, and do the keys go to it? Can I tell?
Do the
I mean, this is a key ring that has like 7 keys on it. Some of them could. You'd have to start testing.
Does it go to the tavern?
Alright, well, I guess I'm gonna go up to the tavern owner and be like, might I ask you a question?
One second, I have to pass a small message over to Star. Homework.
You're sending homework to Star?
Yep.
I'm also about to counter with you,
I
just in
figured
case just in case I need to back up the story that you got it from a thief.
Okay. You head over to the tavern keeper and ask them about it, and they do not recognize the key ring.
All right. Oh, I guess I go and sit back down.
There's a lost and found box somewhere in the city.
Oh, I'm not interested in giving it back. You never know when that might be an interesting item to hold on to.
True.
Some guy be like, "Oh, you got my keys," and be like, "Oh, yeah." Anyways,
The night goes by uneventfully.
Yeah.
yeah, I guess we eventually, go to bed and sleep through the night.
Okay.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Okay. Morning will come. There is the kind of the loud steel against stone opening of the gates, and the town is yours. If you would like to make your way about it, engage it on any fronts, or just head out.
You want to explore around town before we head back?
If you want to.
All right. Yeah. Still keeping an eye out for this red-faced tiefling
In a suit with a top hat.
in the suit with the top hat.
Go ahead and roll. If you're specifically looking for them, go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
All right.
We do have his keys to return.
Investigation, or can I use perception?
No, this would be investigation.
All right.
I
got a 10.
a 17.
Okay. What sort of things are you looking for throughout the day?
I'm just exploring some of the shops. Maybe there's. You know what I'm doing?
Mhm.
I'm looking for a fight. Haven't had a good fight for a while. Keeping my eyes out for a crowd, looking to brawl someone. A good, honest fight, though.
Okay.
Not just wanting to get in trouble and drag Zagra into it.
I think Sakura would be looking for, a market.
I mean, we could do that too, but I mean,
But also, just around.
You're gonna find a market before you find a fight. But no, there are village markets that are kind of propped up that are. It almost seems like built into the sides of the city, where there are stalls and booths and canopies. Specifically, this is an area of the city known as Cogtown. It's where there's a lot of residential areas, and so once kind of everyone's kind of away and kind of at night, a lot of the merchants will get up extra early, set up their stalls and their establishments before the gongs are struck and the doors are open to the city. And so once the streets become incredibly populated, they already have like foothold and precedence that they have this space reserved. And so it then just becomes like this large congested pathway, like that just kind of snakes around throughout this district. But there's all sorts of things from weapons. Usually it's just going to be smaller, lighter things. You can restock on arrows and crossbow bolts pretty easily. There are...
does that more nice, but if they have any specialty arrows, I'd be interested.
They have like metal tchotchkes and different like designed and pressed and stamped pieces. There's food out. It's very much street food, like food truck style stuff.
Like I as we walk, I buy us stuff to eat because I'm that kind of person. When I'm out with people, I go, here, try this. I've had this on my travels. That's I try to culture people whenever I'm, going through a town.
Well, we're taking the street food.
There are caramel apples. There are sausages. There's like bacon wrap things. Someone just sells you a potato on a sit dick.
Why not?
There are... One of the things that is very big here is like smoked meats. And so you're able to find a lot of sausages, a lot of like
turkey
racks
legs.
of ribs, turkey legs. Like smoked meats are a big thing here. And like it's all like very juicy, very full of iron and blood. Like it is done right, done well. It is
a carnivore's paradise in this marketplace. The girl could get used to these fine fancy meats.
I will partake in the smoked meats.
Yeah. Go
I'll
ahead.
buy a salami for the boat.
Yeah. And like these are like once again, city mostly done by dwarves. These are bigger than your standard salamis.
I mean, I'm an 8-foot girl. That salami is like
normal
just
size
right
for you.
It's just right.
I'd also be interested in like a souvenir shop or bread and knickknack stall.
Yeah.
That's how we got the wooden mouse toy that squeaks.
Yeah, no, there are several stalls here that are full of all sorts of knickknacks. There's coins that have like deeply specific engravings that have then been painted over. There's all sorts of pieces, and there are people who will do sort of automatons, and there is this one kind of white-haired dwarf who is trying to who has this one mechanical thing that is a flea that they call a flea circus that just is kind of rotating back and forth with different seesaws, balance beams, trampolines, and kind of trying to wow people with the all the incredible feats of strength that the fleas are doing in there. But there's like it's all mechanical. It's all mechanical.
A classic. Does he have any animals?
You do not. Like they do have some very rudimentary animal sculptures that might have like a little bit of a ticking piece to it, but like it doesn't actually like move, or it's not like an automaton or thing.
Gotcha.
There's no animatronic animals.
Like
there are no artificers in the town.
No.
This is probably as close as we would get.
Mm-hmm. Like there's a frog that has a gyroscope in it that like you can pull a string and it will just kind of like spin and kind of have this kind of rumble, but it's not like Go ahead and for as you're kind of going through the different meat cues and snacking on that stuff, go ahead and mark yourselves down 4 gold total.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, that sounds right to me.
There are people who are kind of selling like different, like paperback books, like not high quality, just like things that they've collected off of others. You can see that this person's kind of like they got there late and they got like a terrible stall, and so like they're far away from most of the foot traffic.
Any books of interest?
What sort of things would you be looking for? What would be interesting to you?
Magical books. Anything that strikes me as unusual. Anything related to Orth.
They would not have any of that. Orth specifically, like they would look at you confused, like they don't even know what that is.
Well, it was worth a shot.
You know what? I want to take a
There are
look at a
chickens.
bookstore.
There are people who have like free range chickens that they have in metal cages that they are like selling or like have dangling around that are alive. As far as bookstores go, like there's some antiquities shops that have books, but you're getting the sense that unless you're going to like the main chapel areas or the main like monastic locations,
I think we're out of luck on books.
Yeah. There is this sort of inner
They
fortified...
keep the education inside the clergy.
Yes. There is an inner fortified like sanctum known as the Chains, where the Council of Chains like actually like maintains and organizes public practices, and so they would have worship services at different points in time, during which case people would have access to it, and then you'd have to kind of meet up and like arrange times to see some of their inner sanctums and libraries if you need to have access to those books. But it is pretty much off limits to travelers and passersby.
A true town of bureaucracy.
All right. Well, we're well fed. We've seen the sights. You thinking it's about time we go? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we take off through town.
All right, and then you
head.
Yep. Sorry, I cut you off.
That's all right. Yep. We just head on out.
You head on out. You make your way back to the ship and set sail, hugging the coast back towards Seaview Garrison. Upon which you return, and Echo seems to be being weird, but like that's normal.
Echo, we got salami.
Oh, wonderful. Good for you, I suppose.
I also got one of the scrolls you was looking for.
Yes, you mentioned that on the message. Side note, have you come across any evildoers that you've taken prisoner on your travels?
No?
I mean, I guess we did pick up those 2 dwarf kids. But they didn't come with us.
Ah, very well. Never mind then, that might come up later. I will commit this spell into my study time tonight.
Alright.
Oh, and also, Kara, here's your statue. I have a nice spell put into it for you real quick. Give me 1 second. Bonus action, put spell in, 5th level. Okay. So, whenever you need, just repeat the words, summon Shadow Blade, and a shadowy blade will appear in your hand. I would not say it now, or else it will manifest, and it will take another day for me to get you that particular spell. All right.
Ah,
I get a fun catchphrase and she just gets summoned Shadowblade.
Well, no, it wasn't a fun catchphrase. The Gota fast are the terms needed for the haste spell. It is a very complicated message. If you want, I can adjust it slightly. But I thought Gota, Go, and Fast is a good mixture for the officialness of the spell.
I just
It's-
look over
yes,
and say to
fine.
Zagra, yeah, I just happen to be one of the cool kids. That's why I got me the Shadow Blade. I mean, who doesn't amaze at the word Shadow Blade? And, you know, it pops up and it works out. Cool
I
kid.
change it later. I'm not sure.
No,
Also,
you
just so you know,
won't.
I will have to renew those every 10 days or so to make sure they still last. They are not a forever keepsake. In fact, I will go ahead and renew Zagra's haste as well, just to get that done.
I.
Great catch.
Yes?
Sounds great.
I actually do something. I draw on a piece of paper the symbol for the people I have been working for, and I say to Ketch, "Do you recognize this symbol?"
Let me check. Do I recognize this symbol, Andrew?
Go ahead and roll me a history check.
All right. I am exceedingly good at those.
Am I part of this? Do I recognize the symbol?
I mean, if you want to roll to see
Yeah,
if you
go ahead, roll
recognize it.
history.
Okay.
It's gonna be a higher DC for Zagra, I think.
That
But
makes
just
sense.
just a little bit.
That is a nat 20 plus 9.
All right.
Okay.
I'm just not.
Fair.
I'm sorry, guys.
Zagra is
I
like,
can't
nope.
compete with that.
All
Okay.
right. Do you know who the owners of this symbol might be?
Oh, I know everything about that organization. Let me tell you.
In this case, the natural 20 is going to be representing the weirdness and the rarity versus the quality of information that you have.
Okay.
Because this goes back far.
Oh, okay.
You've seen a group of people who carried this symbol on them, Ketch, when you were first studying wizardry.
Oh.
They intersected your caravan a while back,
Yeah.
traveled with you for a bit of time, and then they kind of went on their way, heading eastward across the continent.
Were these the individuals we found in the other dimension? I'm asking as a player.
One of them might have had the symbol on them.
Okay. Just wondering.
I believe it.
That's in the friends of ours.
If any of them did, it would have been Caustic, and he was one of the ones who got Sarlacc pitted.
Yeah.
All right.
That is an irrecoverable body.
He's gone.
What can you tell me about them, if you don't mind?
What can I tell about them, Andrew?
Theris. Well, one, you're having to kind of dig far back into your memory.
Yeah. I traveled with them for a short while. Is there absolutely anything else I know?
They're very secretive, for one. Obviously, they're a spy network. They seemed very interested in your tribe. They took in a lot of stories about you. They were kind of keeping notes and watches. They wouldn't let you see any of them, even though you were curious.
Damn. Have you heard of the Illuminati?
Essentially. All right. I mean, is that it? Is that all the information you've got?
With a
Well, one
natural
of their
20,
Oh, go ahead.
with a natural 20, you would have also recognized that during instances where you got into scruffs in combat, a couple of them had ornate pattern, like maybe not tattoos, but marks along their forearms. And when they would impact other creatures or would like attack them, it would almost seem as though their hands, their forearms radiated density, and they kind of just got a little bit more dense, and you were able to pack a deeper punch that way. Which would
I would like to call them thick-fisted.
fair. I mean, that's what you were doing with the fights back in Gresh.
Yeah.
I will say I don't know much about them. I do know one of their members, at least, has a very small bladder. I remember from way back when. They also seem, if I remember correctly, have some sort of I can't quite recall, but I want to say gravitational force magic that increases their martial prowess.
Oh, interesting. All right. Just wondering if you knew anything.
I believe the name he gave was Kevin. Kevin. Small bladder Kevin, now I remember.
Was it a Kevin?
It could have been.
If it is an organization all that quiet, I doubt they are using real names, but Small bladder Kevin did ring in my mind when I saw the symbol.
Small
And
bladder
where
Kevin.
was this? Where was this? Catch?
This was quite a long time ago, before we even met, when I was still traveling on my own journeys, as it were. In fact, not long after that, I started traveling alone. Well, I should say, Ketch did, rather. Well, no, you wouldn't know that yet, Kara. I did travel alone.
Confused by the way you talked about yourself, but let it go. All right. What are you up to?
I'm just ready to start our new adventure.
Where to?
Where do you want to go? I'd be willing.
Somewhere where I can perhaps get that raised dead scroll. I'm also interested in regenerate now, due to things beyond my just wanting to make sure everything is above board, I suppose. As well as perhaps visit the obelisk tower. I forget what it's called.
The Ebony Tower in Unkra?
Ebony Tower. Yes. And see what we can find from there, and see if we can get back at our attackers before they mobilize a new force towards us.
That sounds great.
Okay.
Yeah.
No need for
wanting
my
to go
boat,
there for a while.
I suppose.
The crush will take good care of the boat.
Oh yeah.
I know, but
While you were gone, I procured some armaments. As you can see, there are ballistas on every tower now, as well as 3 cannons.
Can we attach
Cannons
the
I
rest of
have
the boat?
procured for your boat. as well as two trebuchets, but those are for more specialized combat.
All right. That's nice.
In fact, for now, I think I will put two on your boat, but I think I'll leave one just on the wall, just in case, like pointed towards sea, in case we ever need to use it. We can always use the trebuchets rather, but it's always nice to have options.
Okay.
That's definitely.
Anyways,
When do we set out?
I was about to say.
Well, I will need a night of rest to commit this spell to memory, as well as another day to revive all of the dead Githyanki. Or just
Oh,
Gith,
that would be
rather.
lovely.
All right. Well,
Yes. I figured you would be for that. If possible, I would also like to stop by a town and purchase more diamonds. We are going to need a lot. I have enough to revive everyone here, but I will need a few more just for safety and our travels.
Theoretically, we're going to Ankro.
I never did ask. Did Nisei actually make it through the raid?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Nisei's true.
I think Nisei landed one of the major final blows.
Yeah. Essentially, Nisei like both of your characters, Desi. Nisei constricted the last guy while you dealt the final blow while you were not there.
You dealt 2 critical hits against
All in a day's work, my friends.
against the Crimson Veil with the Shadow Blade. Like.
And speaking of, I still cannot believe the freaking Shadow Blade. Essentially, halfway through the fight, kind of got hindered because it does psychic damage, which I didn't realize. The
Veil is
Crimson.
immune to psychic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been 144 points of damage in a How Do You Want to Do This after like 2 rounds of combat, but it ended up being.
And then
8.
I was like, I wonder how much this does, or what type of damage this does. Maybe we'll have like a weakness to it or something. And then I saw psychic, and I was like, oh no, the Crimson Veil is all about psychic stuff. I hope this isn't too bad. Hey Andrew, it's just psychic damage. It was good.
Yeah.
Mm.
That almost went very fast.
Yeah.
Been awesome. But now we have Iviar's head. Well, I assume after we looted his body, it went through our basement crematorium.
Got turned into meatloaf cakes for Mila, not Mila.
Mari?
For
Mari.
Mila, oh my god.
Speaking of Mari, where are you? Is it just going to be the 3 of you guys heading to Aunt Grow?
I mean, I feel like Zace is just off doing their own thing, so I don't really want to bring them back if they're not interested. I mean,
feel like if Zace wanted to join back up with us, he'd be here.
That's fair.
yeah.
Wasn't Zace heading towards us?
I mean, he's in the area. I mean, closer than he was, but
Send a message, I guess.
I guess on way to Aunt Grove. Or Grove?
Yeah, I'll send a message. Beep, 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 beep. That was my message sending.
Alright, I will be right back, guys. Alright.
It's so quiet now.
So
On way to Aunt Grove.
I wonder what we'll encounter.
Yes.
So, have you tried to do any more experimentation with the now dead cube or any of that stuff?
Not yet. Besides figuring out if it can be used as a catalyst for magic jar, which I forget what the answer was last time. I thought it was yes, but I don't think I did real tests on it.
You can certainly try.
Yeah, yeah,
Are you
yeah.
ever? Are you
Quick
going to
question.
tell Zagra about the cube?
Honestly, probably not.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Quick question.
Sorry,
If they had
Sarah.
brought back the two children, which test would you have done on them?
Uh, um, probably magic jar test.
Okay.
See if put one soul in cube.
Thank
Get
God.
some.
Thank God we're not that evil.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know what
We.
Nora's alignment is, but Zagra's neutral good. She would not bring back
Well,
the kids.
technically, for everyone's knowledge, I mean, you're just pure neutral. I don't know about that good part anymore because of the magic
I feel
aura.
like Zagra's like when Zace isn't here, Zagra's the moral center.
Yeah. Echo's just uh like science for science sake.
That's neutral evil, I feel.
I mean, I am a lawful good fox shifter right now. Neutral good fox shifter rather.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Keep telling yourself that.
Okay. You send a message off. We'll have to find out what Star says next time.
Yeah.
Every time we send Zace ascending, it doesn't go well.
That's true.
I mean, last time we made progress. I was able to actually converse with Zace in long distances. We have made progress.
Hey. Yeah. Maybe one day. Just figure if you're going to a place that there might be blight growing out of, that
Yeah.
might be a thing that they might be interested in.
Maybe.
I think
So we're
another
wild
good.
thinking.
You know what? Oh, sorry. Go for it.
You're both talking over each other, or at the same time.
I don't know what I was saying. If I was talking.
I was just gonna say another good message would probably be see if the
I'm back.
I don't have my notes on me right now. The guy we saved from prison and decided to go off on his own. I'm gonna send another message to him real quick, see if I can get anything.
Oh yeah?
And tell him that the teleportation circle might be going down shortly.
You don't get a response.
No response?
It's the teleportation circle going down.
Can I tell if the no response is because he didn't say anything or because I'm like, no one received the message?
Well, for one, it's going to be a cross plane, so go ahead and roll a d100.
Oh, dip. Okay.
Why is the teleportation circle going down?
That is a 29, or sorry, 92. 92, my bad.
That's that's fine on either side. There is no response. The message seemed to have gone, seemed to have sent through and gone through. Just no response.
Alright, well,
He
he has a day. He has a day. Alright. Then
I was about to say, are we moving on? Are we going on our adventure? What we doing?
yeah, we be moving on. Here in like two shakes of a tail feather. I'm just sending out messages to people, letting them know, or at least Zace, where we're going. and I'm gonna send a quick one to Mordenkainen. I feel like he's gonna get annoyed by all the everything, but
Whatever.
yeah.
Send him. Let's go. Let's go. I
Yep.
want it.
Uh,
Cara's like, I'm
adventure,
ready
yeah,
for an adventure. I'm ready for an
Why
adventure.
is the
I'm ready for an adventure.
Desi's done with
Is the
tower
teleportation
defense.
circle going
I
down?
am done with tower defenses. Let me hit the road.
All right. Just quick message to Mordenkainen, asking for any more information about that other 1/3 plate, and that we're going to be away from the Seaview Garrison for a while, and that the teleportation circle might be going down. Actually, no, I'm not going to mention that last part to him.
He goes on and on. Why does he go on and on? Why cannot we just go?
I'm messaging people so they know where to find us.
Or
I've
you
asked
find your
you why
bodies.
I've asked
Yeah.
you, why is the teleportation circle going down 5 times now?
I'm not really concerned with such a thing. It's whatever.
I'm curious because I thought that was permanent.
It is.
Yes.
Which means there's
So
something
why is
going
it
wrong.
going down?
I'll tell you later.
Oh no.
Are you breaking it?
Yeah, I think I might. It depends on what happens tomorrow morning, though, and what Mordenkainen says to this message.
Okay, well, let's go.
Yep.
Okay. So I mean that's
Cara's
gonna be
like,
a
I'm
next
leaving
time
without you.
thing.
You better get going.
I mean, the journey to Aunt Grow is gonna be a next time thing,
Fair.
Uh,
That makes sense.
and perhaps encounters along the way or upon arrival, or
You have fun next week, guys.
Oh, yeah. Next week you're not gonna be able to be there, right? If I remember.
Correct.
Oh. Yeah.
I'm cool with going late tonight, though. If you guys want to like do more of the journey itself, but then again, Zace isn't here, so.
I mean, Zace isn't with us though.
But they might be,
Zace wouldn't be.
Oh, true. Okay.
depending
I
on
guess
how you
I guess
phrase.
I'm good for right now.
We could do the morning if he's. But I could go either way.
I think it would be better to call it.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
We might have to, depending on how things shake out, we might either go very short next week or just put a pin in it and come back 2 weeks.
That would be fine.
Depending.
I mean,
Gotcha. I'll
But
let you know if like things get canceled, but as they are right now, I will most likely not be able to get on until like 8:30 to 9 or something.
you're all good. Real life comes first. Take care of the job. Make sure you get some stuff. There.
Yes.
Yeah, well, technically this one's free, but that's just because it's a thing. Doing a black sheep tattoo deal.
Mary, our
Right,
sister,
right.
is the one who's going to be getting her tattoo from them.
Not next week. That might be 2 weeks from now when Mary's up. But
okay. Well, I knew it was coming up, and I knew it was her.
yeah,
I'm excited to see what she gets.
she's thinking about getting the angel from Unico.
Yep, I know. The doll.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I will see you all later.
Yep.
Yeah,
will
see
you
ya.
then.
Yeah,
Alright.
Have a good one, Desi.
Good one.
Yeah, bye.
Hello.
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 For the record, since Star might reach out, the homework I gave her is to level Zace up to level 25 and just send me a copy of what that is.
Oh, okay.
Just for the back burner for reference.
Gotcha. All right.
Is Zace level 20 or is that.
No, Zace is normal level with you guys right now. This is just for reference.
I thought Zace was one level above us.
Well, yes, one level above you. That is their standard level.
Gotcha.
You might want to clarify that if you haven't.
Oh yeah, I think I have, but okay. But yeah, no. The thing is, I will never know if this plan is actually going to work until the second phase of the boss battle. So
Zace getting powered by 20 deities all at once.
I'm not
Becomes level
saying.
25.
I'm not saying.
The demons offer Zace Devil's Bargain.
It's the devil with the top hat.
Yeah.
The only proper way to describe it is a tactical nuclear warhead.
Yeah. As one would do.
All the warlock patrons of this room team up.
Hey, there might be. You could definitely chase after all of the warlock patrons if you so wanted to.
Let's have some bunny tonight.
Only
do you
Subaki's
think
ever seen
demonic bunny
his true
does?
form.
Fair.
Is his true form.
I can't say.
Any response from Mordecai?
Well,
Kanan?
the specific questions were.
Oh, I simply said, any news regarding the other disc piece, the fact that we're leaving the Seaview Garrison.
And the fact that our teleportation circle might be offline.
I might not tell him that. I actually am not going to tell him that just yet.
I feel like he needs to know that.
The processes for recovering your peace would be. They are substantially out of my capabilities.
All right. I'll send him one more quick message that I have had somewhat of a breakthrough. I am still undergoing tests, but leaving Seaview Garrison to conduct those tests.
What sort of a breakthrough did you have? What sort of solutions have you gained?
I'm not going to respond back right away. I'm just going to sort of leave it there for now,
Okay.
unless he sends another message.
Is this business with the rings? Or with
Oh,
some of your other inquiries?
with the group that exploded the town, I have made a breakthrough on exactly how they are using echo shards.
What sort of means are they employing?
The I just mind hearing this at least with morning payments. The fact that echo shards can be essentially intertwined with fate, and like from my understanding, essentially creating a stopgap in them coming back by erasing their existence from all time.
Do you share that?
Yeah, I'll give like a short abridged version, but nothing really has changed as far as Echo is concerned with that, because technically it is still reversible, just a lot harder to. But I will share that, yeah.
You dropped.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, a little bit of a shorter abridged version of that, but nothing really changes as far as Echo is concerned. It's still technically possible, just a lot harder. So Echo will tell him that.
Okay. Interested in the discussion
So they will
that
not
you
be
mentioned
having.
of, like, reversible.
Hmm.
And I guess this is how you would respond.
As I said, I am not completely finished with regarding my task. The other part of the plate will help. If you have any information on its whereabouts, but I am still conducting experiments.
I do not have your piece's current whereabouts. When last I saw it,
Understood.
it was greatly inaccessible. If you have
Sorry.
understandings for reversals of the ritual that took place, I'm interested to try.
I will give you more information as I get it. Until then, I will. I will say our transportation network to the garrison might be compromised shortly.
He does not respond further.
I feel like that was a good place to end it with that conversation as well.
Okay. Because, yeah, no. Because you've got different tasks for him that he can't get his hands dirty in doing.
Oh
What
yeah,
else do we
I
have to
completely
do?
understand.
What were you saying, Sarah? Sorry.
What else do we have to do other than the plate thing?
That's for Jacob to say. And he's muted. But yeah, no. They had a sit-down chat where euphemisms were thrown about. Because Mordenkainen needs to keep his image and his hands clean.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. Sorry, I am back. I was muted because I needed to get to the bathroom just really quick, and I thought it was a good time, but then Christian got asked, so it was not a good time.
You can go and answer my questions when you come back.
Oh, no, I already went.
Oh, okay.
I just needed to go really quick. Don't worry, wash my hands, counted ABCs, all that.
What exactly is Mordenkainen having us do other than the plate thing?
It's not really a secret. Resurrecting the 8.
That's not a secret. How is that going? Progress?
Actually, extremely well.
Nice!
Like, we have finally figured out the entire problem. Now we can work on definite solutions.
Nice, we can repair the threads. Get their physical bodies back. Maybe.
Define physical bodies.
The 8 are gonna be cubed.
Perhaps.
Look, he's building a mind flare army by accident.
The 8 are going to be echoed.
I mean, it's not too bad. Like, as long as they don't exist in the past and they do exist in the future, it's fine.
You don't know that they exist in the future. They might not.
I'm saying if the plan is successful.
If the plate is successful.
If the plan is successful, the Circle of 8 may exist in the future.
Yes, exactly.
Whoa, your audio just changed dramatically.
Your audio is 1,000 times better than what it has been this entire session.
Yep, I was on my phone that whole time, and now I'm back on mic, baby.
Hmm. Yeah, no,
I was literally just finishing up a shoot, and I just started walking in. My friend John has been so cool, just sort of on the sidelines as I was talking to y'all.
it's all good.
Okay.
I hope you don't sound like 100% of a stark raving madman.
Oh,
I feel like
well, that's fine.
you went cut out after O.
Oh, I said I was probably made worse by the fact that I had headphones in, so he could hear me, but not you all. But it's fine.
Yeah.
Nice.
There's no need to worry about any sort of experimentation or ethics at all.
Especially on 6-year-old dwarven children.
Hey, it never happened.
It never
And I don't
happened.
think I don't think the dwarven kids were evil enough anyway, so it's fine.
What
You don't
kind
know.
of test subject do you want?
Something with innate abilities.
Okay, so probably not dwarves.
Well, I mean, dwarves have innate poison resistance, but I don't know if that's technically innate ability. That's more of an evolution thing, I assume.
Does that count?
I have no idea.
Hence the experimentation.
Exactly!
You need to just get one person of every race and just try and cube them.
Yeah.
What could possibly go wrong?
Nothing to me. No,
That sounds like
or-
a horrible thing that someone would say. I
Yeah,
feel awful
I-
saying it.
It's all right, Andrew. I get you. I get you.
Gosh.
I mean, if you learn Revivify, then we don't have to bring him back alive.
Oh, that yeah, Revivify might not help after I'm done.
That's a saying.
Yeah.
Oh, Revivify might not help after I'm done.
That's terrifying.
Is sorry but true. Alright.
Revivify might not help.
I'm gonna mess with you so bad, you die.
It didn't help.
and can't
It
be returned.
it didn't help the 8, so it might not help whoever's cubed.
There's nothing left of the 8.
Yep. And I don't know if there's going to be anything left after all said and done.
Hey, you've got nifty spells. What could go wrong?
Absolutely nothing, obviously. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pull up one of the boards with the teleportation circle at the base of the wizard tower.
Andrew, are you okay?
Yep,
You all right, Andrew?
I'm good. Whew. Had a drink and it went down the wrong pipe.
I feel that.
Gotcha.
Whew. Either that or it was a bite of pizza. One way or another, it went down the wrong pipe.
One way or another.
Anyways, he's taking out one of the floorboards of the teleportation circle.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll put it back right after, but in the wrong order, so the teleportation circle can't activate.
Okay.
But yeah, all parties that need to know are in the know that this no longer works. I'm just going off the assumption that that one dude is dead. And I don't trust the spell scroll I gave him to not come back and hurt in the future.
All I'm gonna say is you know for a fact that he's alive because he got name dropped as an alive entity in Harbingers.
Yeah, I was about
Ah,
to say,
He is
fair enough.
still out there.
But I
he
have told
thinks it
him.
because he goes to Harbingers.
I have told him that the circle is not working, so he can just tear that spell scroll up, or technically use it for another teleportation circle. I'm not sure how that works. I don't know. Who knows?
He's off doing his own thing, ascending
Yeah.
to demigodhood.
As one does.
As one does.
I should know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hopefully when he becomes a demigod, he's at least kind to us. We did, break
I feel
him
like
out.
he wasn't in Harbingers.
I don't know. I can't say anything.
There's Owlbear. Hello, Owlbear.
Azahar is a kind demigod to his worshippers.
Yeah.
Of one.
Hey, gotta start somewhere.
And I mean, maybe he's at least kind to the people who broke him out.
Azahar never got broke out.
All I
Unless
know-
you're still talking about Belly Owl.
All I
Yeah,
know
yeah,
is-
I'm talking.
Good.
I was talking about the one guy we freed from the prison and didn't want to come with us.
The one who just left you on the astral sea.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
As one does.
All I know is the next time I do a campaign that is set in the loop, there's going to be some cult who has learned about Esahar and is trying to resurrect them.
Nice.
Nice.
That's all I can say.
Is that the main plot?
I don't have any more information other than that. That is all I know.
Nice.
'Cause I need to try and make this game come together in one form or another. Which
I feel that.
it should, but there's a lot of disparate pieces.
Oh, question about the map, Andrew.
Yes.
The body of water under Iran, does this connect to the coast proper, or is this or is this like a giant lake landlocked?
Let me check the other maps.
Yeah, does this... Is there a bay situation going on here, or is there land?
Okay. No, it is an inlet. There is straight access to the sea.
Perfect. Okay, I was just wondering about that. Oxford's another one connected by sea. Lockport was one we did before. I'm just seeing places that we can go by boat. Port
Awesome.
Masham.
Lots of places.
Yeah, just not the ones that you have chosen to go to.
Yeah, I'm looking for specifically like bigger places like Iraean, because each circle is like how big the place is. So it's like, oh yeah, that's pretty big. I mean, Arungar is freaking gigantic.
Mm-hmm. But it's also floating in the air above a giant
Yes.
sea.
I feel like it's a great retiring community.
I mean, you're not gonna have a lot of people going in and out.
Yep. And the view is incredible.
If you get close to the edge, yes.
I would not recommend that. You should really see about getting a canal at this part of the world.
I mean, it'll take like years, but I mean, I can do it.
It would just make travel so much easier.
Yeah, Andrew, let's take another year off so we can make this canal.
Okay, I mean, we can build a canal if you guys want to spend that time.
Yeah.
Let
We're
everyone
gonna
advance for another year.
we're gonna get paid by the crown.
I mean, a canal would be very useful there.
Absolutely.
We could have, alternatively, we could have it go by the not quite Clockwork City.
Mm-hmm. That's a fun place. City of Irons is fun. It's another one that I definitely could write up as its own separate, like, drop-in town.
Most deaf. That's one of the reasons why I was like, oh man, this is a pretty big dot. That's like, I think the closest to us, besides Vrasset, which is Vrasset.
Yeah, Vrasset's a great big city. There's just
Yep.
no one living there.
Right there.
Yep.
If only you could figure out how
Undo
stuff.
their self-snapping.
Can't say I figured out how that is doable, but I mean, I'm certain there is a way.
Fours reels.
So long as you can figure out what goes in that thing up at the top there, the pedestal. Because I know Zagra has
Need the
rubbings
special
of the
Echo Shard.
I wouldn't put that there, no.
Are you gonna plant? Are you gonna put together the pillar there for the shard that they gave you the blueprints of?
Maybe. I still don't know exactly what it does. Like, I guess that is a good point as any. Would I know based on your description of it how they sent it to me? Do I have as Echo a deeper understanding of what it is supposed to do based on their thoughts and feelings and messages?
It showed the natural ecosystem of your homeworld growing and expanding out of it.
Oh, okay.
And it
That's
showed
also
an area on the map where that is already a thing that's taking place.
Yeah.
Lands.
So, question with quarries, do quarries reproduce? Like, is that a thing?
Asexually.
All right. How does one do that?
For you, it's a bit weirder.
Yeah.
Usually you need the larger silicate mass that forms the being.
Mm-hmm.
And then it is usually caused by a schism of the consciousness, where two ideas of self are irreconcilable, and so they split.
Oh, interesting. All right. That make it a sensu beans.
But given that you don't have like actual biomass, well, I mean you do in your orcish form, but you don't have the actual the actual form to be able to split and maintain and constitute your own biomass.
Mm-hmm.
You are locked into you.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah. Is there anything?
Hey, we got Revivify now.
You might be able to save people from death.
Frick yeah.
Standard death, but death nonetheless.
As long as we get there quick, it's fine.
Yep.
Speaking of, do you want to do we want? Is there going to be like talk about that? Like, I'm doing it now, but I don't know if there's going to be a whole scene about it, or if it's just like, oh yeah, no, they're fine.
So long. It depends. Do you want there to be a scene of you welcoming them back to the land of the living?
I think that's going to be a Zagger question.
That could go either way. I feel like if you want a big, that would be a next time thing.
Yeah.
I am positing this to you if you want it to be a scene or not. I'm fine with either one as well.
I feel like, judging by how Zagger reacted as well, we just bounced back.
I mean,
all
that's
right,
fair.
Yeah. You're alive again. Welcome.
You wake up dead. You shrug it off. Like, get back to work.
Yep.
Wildfires aren't going to stop if you're just dead. So, gotta keep going. Yeah, because that is a possible future.
And I got plenty of potion of watchful rest now, which is nice.
Yes.
And that's the one that gives you basically the effects of a long rest, but you don't have to sleep.
Yeah. Exactly. I just like those on hand because it seems like it's kind of nice.
I mean, yeah.
I drank one in last battle as well. It was kind of fun.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you hang on. Let me read the description of it.
I mean, it's all good. Essentially, it is for 8 hours. Magic can't put you to sleep, which is the main reason why I drank it during battle.
So you didn't get hit with a sleep spell again.
Yep, because I am not making that same mistake twice after what happened with the 8. And I can remain awake during a long rest and still gain benefits.
Gotcha. Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, because you now know that they will just, if they're looking to take you as a prisoner, they'll just knock you out and drag you back to the thing.
It's very effective.
True. Save or sucks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it is alright. I also have 12 potions now, which is really cool.
You guys are kitted out.
Yep. We may not be able to heal HP after it being lost, but we can sure well reanimate bodies.
Gotta have the
That's
cost.
all we need, right?
I prefer to think of myself as a late healer.
I mean, you bring him back with 1 hit point, and it only costs 300 diamonds.
I feel like our momentary wealth will soon meet its end.
I mean, you're literally talking about going straight for the lion's den.
That's true. That's true.
That's a lot of loot.
It would be very nice to get a staff of power or another staff of healing before then, or maybe that's where the other staff of healing is. I don't know.
I mean, chances are.
Yeah, that was fair. It's fair.
What are the chances that Vecna has Liamon's body and is doing stuff to it?
Seems high if you're mentioning it.
Or low
did
because
about a
it's
year go
a red herring.
Can never know.
We did let a year go by, and they do have the transportation to Earth.
Fair, fair. So yeah, out of character, I suppose. So Sarah, the reason why I destroyed that circle, was, well, one, obviously paranoia, but two, too many people have that circle for it to be comfortable it being in our base, even if it's trapped to no end. And two, that circle was here before we got here as a permanent circle, so who knows who has it.
Your explanation, other than paranoia, is just a continuation of paranoia.
Well, it's explaining the paranoia. Now the only way in that tower is through the door, and by God, it's hard to get through that door.
Or the second secret teleportation circle.
We don't know about that one though.
God help the man who decides to open that door without saying the password.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast.
Oh no, you've activated haste. I feel like Zagra is gonna start treating haste like skooma in Oblivion.
Oh, she's already addicted.
Yeah.
Wait until Echo learns the spell permanency.
What level spell is that, by the way?
8.
8? Okay. I have a couple more levels before I can add that to the arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
Zagra, we should note, Zagra canonically has experimented with drugs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all the cool kids have.
It's the Feywild.
Why not haste drug?
I mean it.
Aren't we just recreating the black pill?
Look, Jacob, you did this.
There are less side effects this time. I'm perfecting the sample.
Every time I join one of your campaigns, it turns into Breaking Bad.
And it's not intentional. It's just I'm imagine. It just happens every single time. Andrews is the DM and I am a player. It just happens somehow. There. By the way, there's going to be a strict no drug policy in Strixhaven.
Now I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that.
now someone's gonna figure out how to make the drugs in Strixhaven.
Oh yeah.
There's gonna have to be a morning announcement about that.
Just by saying there are no drugs in Strixhaven has just made an underground black market of drugs in Strixhaven.
Oh, absolutely.
There are no drugs in Strixhaven. There is no ore embossing, say.
Yeah. Level 12 is going to be interesting, but level 13 is where things are going to be cool.
What happens at level 13?
7th level spells. Nothing too bad, but I can actually use Power Word Annihilate.
Yeah, you could start removing people from the timeline.
Yeah.
If you so choose.
Let me get at Vecna.
I mean...
I don't think Andrew will allow you.
You're welcome to try. I mean, that is a save or die. If you save...
Yeah.
Sorry, there's your 7th level spell slot gone.
Uh-huh.
It does nothing. So... high risk, high reward.
Yeah, baby.
I could only think of good things happening by attempting to use Vecna's own spell against himself.
Wait a second. Do you still have that mind flare head?
I never had a mind flayer head. That was still attached. It's floating
Oh,
in the astral sea.
dang. Oh well.
Trust me, Zachary would have taken the head.
Yeah, I wonder what natural abilities a mind flare soul would have.
Probably Mind Blast.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Not a bad one.
it's
Mhm.
quite a good one. Gonna have to find a
Edit-
mind flayer in order to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Should it be
I feel like
hard, right?
I feel like Zagger's on board for imprisoning mind flares forever.
I mean, yeah. Who
Oh,
wouldn't
yeah.
be? Mind flares, they're awful.
I'm
They
sure
rough
some
course
of them
and get everywhere.
some of the cubes in the Twilight Obelisk are mind flayers. Just statistically.
I mean, it depends on how loose you go with the word mind flayer. Because I know a good number of what the cubes in the obelisk are.
Do tell.
I'm not. I mean, most of them were sacrifices.
That is true.
So long as you can preserve the mind, you can sacrifice the mind.
And enslave the mind.
Yes. I mean, that's how the obelisk is an inescapable prison. It is
Yep.
it is constantly shifting thought in between different rooms, sanctuaries, and planes of existence, and so it forms this nigh impassable barrier.
Yeah. So is the obelisk basically the blueprint
Yeah, I know
that
having.
the general gave, or is it like different? Sorry.
No, go ahead.
That blueprint is for basically an arcane altar or pedestal that
All right.
will begin, like, so long as it has energy, like if you put the shard there, it will draw from it and begin making the place its own home.
Yeah.
It's a way of
Yeah, we probably shouldn't put that back in Thrasid's altar.
I mean, I wasn't planning on putting this one there.
Which one were you thinking?
I have some ideas, but that's for much later.
My own.
I mean,
Possibly that one.
planted in the gardens. See
Yeah.
what happens.
Ooh. I already know I, as Echo, can essentially put my consciousness in other things. So that works. That is confirmed. I can do that, and not just by tangling with the brainstem, but that magic jar. And especially with this cube, I am not going to test this cube on myself. This cube is going to be tested on someone else. But yeah.
We need to find a worthy text subject.
Yes. Someone who has innate abilities that aren't biological and is within our realm of okay to torture. You know, like mind flares or Vecna.
That's about it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Severe?
Severe, yeah.
Because he is out there.
Or, you know, some evil lich that's been enslaving the next town over. That would work.
It's just Vecna again.
Well, yeah, but someone other than Vecna.
Could try Ren.
Yeah, Ren's a good choice.
Kaz.
Kaz.
We need someone
Rin's
that
got some
isn't a
interesting
major
stuff.
villain.
Yeah. Gotta find a minor villain to just completely be evil to.
Exist. Not him.
It does look so much like Matt Mercer, though, doesn't it?
It really does. I thought it was the first time.
At first, I did too. Like, just has that exact look
It's the same face shape.
and hair
Kinda, yeah.
things.
Style.
And it seems like the same kind of comedy that he would like.
Yeah. Matt Mercer in just slightly different getup.
Can't tell if he has a vest on.
I sent the full video in chat at one point. Yeah, right here. I think it's more of a tank top situation though. If you like go
Oh.
towards the end, or yeah, towards like minute 2, you can see it.
Yeah, that can't be Mercer then.
Yeah,
He's got to have the No Mercy vest on.
exactly. That's how he tricks. That's how he shows that it's definitely not Mercer because can't be me.
It can't be Mercer.
Just watching.
Yeah, I am too.
I think I'm gonna have to head out. So
Yeah, honestly, I'm
Yeah,
feeling
that
about the
makes
same.
sense.
I hope you guys have a nice night.
Have a good one,
Yeah,
everybody.
see ya. Bye.
Bye.